Top Gun Maverick is a Mach 10 breath of fresh air.
Grossing $156 million.
Tom Cruise delivered us a perfect film.
It's cheese all day long, let's be honest.
Cheese is good or bad?
Cheese is bad. It's like cheesy. It's like there's a lot of cheese on it. A lot of like ripping the sunglasses off. A lot of smirks.
Kill him. That guy's retarded.
All cheese. It was provolone. It was Swiss. It was mozzarella.
Let's go.
Definitely.
I enjoyed it.
I
enjoyed it, but it's cheese. You have to sit there and go, this is a Hollywood movie. This is a blockbuster. This is a summer flick.
So glad
popcorn. But it's cheese. It's all cheese.
Do you want to know what he said after he saw it? He came into the room. It was dead silent. He puts his helmet down and he goes, guys, we need to make a movie like that.
Well, do well.
We need to. I say we are going to.
Oh, yeah, excuse me.
It is literally perfect. The movie is literally perfect.
It's really not perfect, but it's good. It's cheesy.
I enjoyed it.
Good. What is good?
I loved it.
What is
I
good?
loved it.
What is your favorite movie? First of all, what is your favorite movie?
Oh, geez. I mean, I like Goodfellas. I like Cool Hand Luke. I like
Cool Hand Luke?
It's a great movie. Won Best Picture, I believe.
There you go. Man of culture.
Yes.
Okay.
I love White Men Can't Jump. I mean, I gotta.
Can't knock that one.
He's spinning.
I went to film school. He's spinning. Put the spin cycle back on.
White Man Can't Jump was an absolutely amazing movie.
Don't remake it.
Can't wait.
I'm joking. But
the remake will be even better. Okay? And you can watch that in the coming months. I'll see you. And support it. Okay? Support it. Because they've got some great actors in that movie.
There you go.
Okay, so White Man Can't Jump.
I love it.
I'll be honest, White Man Can't Jump is no fucking Top Gun. I'll be honest with you. And I was fucking in it. There's no Top Gun. There's no way. Top Gun is unbelievable.
Look, when the people were fist pumping in the theater, and it was a beautiful thing. It felt like the country came together. It wasn't about this and that. It was just like fun, patriotism. It was a good time.
Yes.
Where did you see it? Did you see it in New York?
I saw it in Midtown.
Perfect.
42nd Street. I went all in.
Yeah.
Got the reclining seat, the popcorn, brought the lady.
Yeah.
Did it up. But there's a couple quirks.
Okay.
Okay. The Jennifer, first of all,
I love it.
the Jennifer Connelly character, I'm like, why are you bartending? You're still here.
Who was she? Was she in the movie?
I don't even know if she's in the original.
No.
That's a
She's
great
mentioned in the original. Guys, you're such losers. Listen, she's mentioned in the original. She was like the daughter of the person that owned the bar or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like what did you guys do anything growing up? Did you guys get any pussy?
Okay.
Did you guys get any pussy at all?
twice, bro.
I didn't see it.
Did you Wikipedia the movie?
No,
after you saw it?
I watched The King, Ben Shapiro's take on it, and okay, listen, no. So I read some article. I was like, why the fuck is she? Is she the girl? She's supposed to replace the other Kelly McGinnis?
Yeah.
But Kelly looks so bad now.
She didn't age well.
That they just were like, she died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
a lesbian, by the way.
Is she?
Yeah, fun fact.
Really?
You know what? Looking at the picture, I believe you.
What, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you think cheese, but you like the fact that America was all in and blah blah blah.
It's a great movie. It's fun. It's just also cheesy.
Yeah, we didn't dissect it. It was just fun, loving, good time, escape. That's what all you want in a movie theater.
You're describing a perfect movie right now.
Well,
what is not perfect about it? Yes, there's cheese.
The mission
cheese is perfect.
We know the mission is going to work out. Obviously,
I didn't.
it was such a ridiculous mission. You have to shoot
bro.
this.
They're pulling 10 G's, dude.
I get
Those
it.
are real
I get
G's.
It. I get
Those
it.
are real G's, dude.
If it ended 15 minutes
it could
earlier,
morph the whole frame of the plane.
I think
Mark,
they
it
did
could morph the frame of the plane, Mark. It's 10 G's on the incline. It's a vertical dive.
You thought they weren't gonna get it?
Over, dude.
John Hamm is over the top, angry and cunty for no reason. I don't know.
I didn't mind that.
Yeah, John was kind of mid. I'll be honest. with you.
Yeah,
I like that he made choices. You know what I
Say
mean?
again, what
Sure.
choices?
He was an asshole. Choice.
I don't know if that's a choice.
It's good for conflict. I get it.
Coming from a thespian, I don't know if that's a real choice, just being mad. But okay, this is a choice.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Son, there's a moment.
Choice to be mad. There's much better choices than
There's
that.
a moment early on when Tom Cruise, remember at the beginning, he's flying the plane,
Yeah.
and then the guy goes, "He's the fastest man on the planet." It's like, yo, come on.
That was delivered
It's a
beautifully.
60
That was delivered
it's a
beautifully. A
68-year-old
black guy
man.
saying that about a white guy, that's not beautiful? That's not a gorgeous scene?
It was
We can't come
unbelievable,
together
yo.
on
It was
that?
too
He's
unbelievable.
the fastest man on the planet. And then he
68
went
years old.
over. He went for 10 and then more.
Yeah.
I don't like that look, Maverick.
You have to be
I
realistic.
don't like that look,
You have to be
Maverick.
realistic. Was there one thing about the movie that you didn't like?
Yes.
What was it?
That we weren't going after China.
That
The
I agree
only
with.
thing
No,
it was
I'm-
pussy. The only problem I had with the movie is that like
It was
and this
vague.
Is,
The enemy was very
but on
vague.
purpose. Like this
Of
is
course.
this is like the capitalism thing. Like why capitalism is kind of good is that like once we can make money off everybody, we can't really piss them off. But like back in the day, when they were making diehards and shit, we weren't selling them to Russia. So we're like, well, fuck the Russians.
That's true.
If we're beefing with Korea, we're beefing with whoever the fuck we're beefing with, they're the bad guys. We don't care. But now Hollywood's like, well, we can get some money off Russia, we can get some money off of China, we can get some money off whoever. So just make the country we're fighting neutral. Like you thought it was going to be Middle East because it was, you know, I don't know why, because I'm racist. And then there was snow, and you're like, well, what Middle East is this? Like
right.
the
That's the good part
flag
about
was
airplanes
vague.
too, is that there's no race of an airplane. You know what I mean?
Bro.
You can't see in there and be like, ah, he's
But this would
Exactly.
piss me off about the airplanes. How pussy John Hamm, where you're going into fifth generation fighter.
Yeah.
Like he kept acting like their technology was better than ours.
Right.
They don't got aliens, bro. They never found aliens over there.
you don't
We
think-
got aliens.
you don't think
But
China?
that's the whole. That's part of the cheesiness of it. Is it's about the pilot, not the plane.
It's the pilot in the
Yes,
box,
yes.
you losers. You know what I mean? It's
You know.
about, what are you guys, stick jockeys or something? You guys are such stick jockeys, bro. Come on.
I don't like that face you're making. It's the only
Don't
face I
think-
got.
It's the only face he's got.
Come on.
He's been in
It's just-
Scientology 30 years. He don't got more than one face, Mark.
By the way, Rogan pulled a full Tom Cruise on Oprah.
What'd he say?
He was jumping up and down.
That's what I'm talking about.
It was fun
We're gonna
to
get
watch.
you on the couch when we keep talking about fucking Tom. What is it called? Top Gun.
Top Gun, yeah.
Tom Gun. That's what I call that shit.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
care. The greatest. He's the greatest action superhero ever.
He
He's
joined
great.
Scientology after the movie.
I would.
No, you did.
Yo, can I ask you this question? Is Scientology that crazy?
Well, Will Smith went a little cuckoo with the slapping.
Yeah.
Was that Scientology?
I think they killed a lot of people. A lot of people disappeared because of Scientology.
Ooh, where's
Should we
Travolta?
talk about those Catholic schools in Canada?
why are you doing
Can we
that?
talk about what happened to those native kids with those Catholic schools in Canada, Mark? I'm just saying, should we talk about people getting disappeared, Mark? Are we spinning?
That was not the same at all, okay?
I'm just saying
The
that.
Catholics killed way more, okay?
You got that right.
Don't insult us like that. But all I'm saying is, like, imagine you're Tom. I'm trying to understand Scientology. You're Tom Cruise. You've achieved everything that you've ever thought of in your life. Every dream you ever had. You're like, one day I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be the greatest action superhero ever. And then it happens. You are the number one, arguably the top 5 most famous people in the universe at one point. Right?
Yes.
In history. Like, there's presidents and then there was Tom fucking Cruise. And it's banger after bang, like every Mission Impossible.
Great. And
Literally.
There's a new one coming, too.
And it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yes.
Top Gun you do. You're the guy who is in the fucking NASCAR movie or whatever. It doesn't matter what the movie is. You're the fastest, coolest motherfucking dude.
And he's 5'7".
And you're 5'7".
I know.
And a motherfucker, think about it, and a motherfucker comes to you and they go, yo, do you want to start a religion? Now, I know it started, but they're like, we kind of need you to be the guy. Why do you not think that you could be
Travolta
Jesus?
was already that though.
And Brooke Shields.
They already had big names. They've
They-
been had big names.
You don't even dare compare Travolta to Tom Cruise. Like, Travolta can't, I know he could fly planes, but he can't. Like, he
literally
can't,
has a
bro.
landing
He can't even
strip
get
at his
hand jobs from guys.
Oh my God.
There's no way you're comparing Travolta to Tom Cruise.
Well, both
Not as an
they're good at
action
the
star,
joints.
but
there.
Exactly.
Pure movie star? Yeah, Travolta was fucking massive. He was
I-
fucking massive.
Dove, can I mean, please.
Comparing it to Tom Cruise.
I can please.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some.
He's not
Grease,
saying
Grease.
he's as big,
Name
but to
one.
act like it's laughable.
Name one movie.
Grease.
What?
Grease is an action
You're comparing
movie.
Grease?
I said not as an action, but in terms of just sheer, I'm a star.
His Top Gun was Broken Arrow.
No, I didn't say he's action hero. I said just in terms of fame.
Yo, just
He's
say you're
super
wrong,
famous.
bro, and I'll move on.
I'm not wrong.
But this shit is bothering
He's
me right
super
now, bro.
famous. You
Nah,
act
but
like
not
Tom.
Tom.
If John Travolta wasn't super famous,
You have a soft spot for I truly do believe it.
I'm sorry, you think Tom Cruise is straight?
That motherfucker right there is whatever he wants to be.
Keep going.
That motherfucker is whatever he wants to be.
You think Tom Cruise is
He got
straight?
kids.
Son,
He got more kids than you. Nicole Kidman on deck.
Left him.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yes.
debatable. It's
Left.
debatable, bro. It's
Left.
debatable,
It was
dude.
messy. It was amicable. It was amicable.
It was amicable.
Yeah.
She said he only got one look.
Capital T. Left.
How you gonna be with a guy with one look for the whole life?
One look. What does that mean?
You didn't watch the
The
movie,
line from the
dog.
movie. That's the only one I've got.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I just said that line. I thought you meant Nicole. I thought Nicole Kidman said he had one look.
Yeah, we're doing comedy. We're doing a little comedy podcast.
Oh, I just got it. Sorry, I've been drinking.
All I'm saying, look at that. Scientology doesn't look.
No, that makes
Wow.
Scientology look appealing.
Look at that.
Look at that.
White don't crack. That might be a big reason why this movie's successful. Because look at him.
He looks
It's
amazing.
He looks great. He looks
He's
fantastic.
the greatest.
Is this unnatural though?
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
He
is.
got wrinkles, bro. Stop hating, bro.
What are you
Why are you
talking
hating,
about?
dog?
Unnatural.
Come on.
Why are you hating right now?
Are you serious right now?
A white man can't age that well. When you see
No.
Angela Bassett, she looks that good.
Yeah,
Why
but-
can't a white guy age like
Let me
that?
ask you this. Better action star.
Say it. Say it. If you say
Tom
Travolta,
Cruise?
I'll fucking
Tom
throw
Cruise
a
or
bottle
Nick
of
Cage? Nick Cage?
Nick Cage has become a punchline. I mean, he's in a movie.
Not to this guy.
Nick Cage is the greatest,
I mean,
one
I
of the
love him.
greatest actors,
Oh, not
American
one of.
actors
Not
ever.
one of, huh?
He's.
You done backed off.
I did after I saw Top Gun Maverick, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, Tom Cruise is probably the greatest American actor ever.
I don't know if he's the greatest actor. Action star. Maybe action star. I don't know about actor.
Who runs faster?
Fastest man in the world.
If Tom Cruise goes like this,
What does running have to do with acting? Usain Bolt isn't a
Jamie
great
Foxx.
actor
I don't
either.
think Usain Bolt could beat Tom Cruise. That's how much I believe in Tom Cruise. When you see him run in a movie, he might be the fastest runner.
That's true. I'll give you that. He ran like a motherfucker in The Firm.
Oh, yeah. He runs
Saw
in
that
every
the
movie.
Theater. Yeah, every movie.
Every movie he runs. Jerry
Great
Maguire,
run.
he runs through the airport.
Great run.
Don't you think doing your own stunts is selfish though?
Why?
Because you got all these people, you got all this money on the line. You're gonna be like, oh, I want to do my own thing, and then ruin the whole production.
But what if it makes the production better that we know he's in there taking them G's, bro?
But like, how does that make it better? That he's taking G's. You know?
Dude, he was taking really
That-
Dude, there's an intro video in the beginning.
That was the smartest part of the movie.
Okay, go.
The smartest part of the movie is Tom Cruise.
Son, grow up, dude. Like, can you live a little, Al? Can you go see Top Gun Maverick?
You really want to fuck this guy, bro. You do, son.
Whatever, bro.
You fucking have
I don't
your
want
hair
to
like
fuck him.
him.
I want to play. I want to play.
You dress like him, dog. This
I like Tom fucking Cruise, bro. What's wrong with that? I'm supposed to. He's a hero.
He was mad there's no volleyball scene.
Yeah,
He
I have
said
some
that.
trauma. My dad wasn't a fighter pilot. If my dad was only a fighter pilot, then maybe I'd be able to get through this difficult time in my life. Okay, you didn't see the fucking movie, so you don't know what's going on.
I'm glad I did now.
Bro, you like
you're making
trash
it sound
movies, bro.
horrible.
You like
bro.
trash movies,
Yeah, what do
dude.
you like?
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
I
Amazing
heard
movie.
that was amazing. I haven't seen it. I heard it was
That's a
amazing.
good movie.
Wild gay. Wild gay. The whole movie's wild gay. Oh, it's so sad. Life is so sad. I'm a donut.
Yo,
I'm
you
a
need
donut.
therapy, yo.
I'm a donut.
You need therapy.
I'm a
yo.
donut.
Which also, the
Life
funny
is
part
so
is he
sad.
loved the movie
Yo,
so
this
much.
movie's so good, bro. Everything
Everybody's
everyone
raving.
wants is
I haven't heard one bad
absolutely amazing.
review.
That's a movie.
What's a movie?
It had depth. It had a meaning. It
Had depth?
It's not just this bullshit.
Hey, what was the depth in it, bro?
Shut the fuck
Explain the
This
depth.
is just
You
bullshit.
told me you fell asleep.
Yeah, I have to watch it again.
You're a piece of shit.
It was
run it
so
back.
deep he couldn't handle it, yo.
You couldn't handle it.
Brain got
You couldn't-
tired.
Were you laughing at the
Mind
Asian accents?
blown.
Be honest. And be honest right now, because you laugh at ethnic accents.
Yep.
Were you laughing
They
when
are
they would
funny.
speak?
Nah, because they were kind of fake.
You could tell?
Yeah.
You could tell when someone's
Yeah.
actually suffering through the accent?
Yeah.
It's only funny if you're
Really?
laughing at who they really are.
Yeah.
You know.
This guy, this guy, I mean this sincerely. If a guy with an accent that is brown is sincerely talking to him,
Yeah.
like if he's like,
It could be a funeral, a eulogy.
anything. It could
I
be
hate that.
funeral is actually he would laugh harder, but if it's because it's important. But
Imagine
if it
it's
was
a
something
funeral.
innocuous, if it was a
You're
funeral,
someone's
if he
uncle.
was like,
You're a
if he
Muslim
was
guy's
like,
uncle at a funeral. Go.
if he's just up there and he's like, dibble dabble, dabble dabble, dibble dabble, dabble dabble, dibble dabble.
That's gold.
He would be fucking crying, but to their face. He'll laugh right to their
you know,
face. He doesn't care.
Yo, he
turned
laughed
away.
in my
I
mom's
turned away.
face.
He laughed at his mom's face. You did.
He laughed in my
Yeah.
mom's
Talk about her
face.
tits. So I mean,
I wasn't talking about tits
you
then.
were.
That's respectful.
I was
In
being
front of her.
respectful. Not in front of her.
Yes, you.
What did I say?
Right in
Where
front
else
of her.
would they be,
Right
Al?
in front of her.
What did
He's
he
like,
say?
heavy.
No, I
Right,
didn't,
yes, you
dude.
did. Yes, you, that, and you made me laugh. That's why I had to walk
This is
away.
bullshit.
I swear to God, I was saying hello to her.
Yo.
I didn't do that in front of her.
Yo.
Yeah. I would be honest if she asked.
That's what I
You're
would expect
lying.
from you.
I would be honest if
lying,
she
bro.
asked.
Don't
You're
speak in
lying.
code.
I'm not speaking code, but
Say, hey,
I didn't
Aki.
say anything. I didn't say anything about that.
Yes, you did.
Did I say
You
something
said
about
heavy's
that?
right in front of her. 'Cause
Okay,
she
I
didn't
might
know
have
what
said that
heavy's
because I thought that would make you laugh. I might have done that. I might have done that, but it was no
You're a piece
disrespect.
of shit.
I
Yeah.
am a piece of shit.
You're a
Pull
piece
her
of
up.
shit.
Let's see this Sing, Mrs. Sing.
We have
Oh,
big
yeah,
tit
she got-
moms
yeah.
on this show.
She got
Does your
that.
mom have big tits?
She does, but she's a big lady.
Like how like New Orleans big? Like
Yeah, you know, rascal. No, I'm joking.
She rides around the wall.
I'm doing jokes. But she's a big gal.
Rascal. I was like, is that a name
It's
for
such a
tits?
funny way to say it.
You call them rascals?
That's not bad.
Okay, no, but she's a big lady.
She's a big lady. She's a cook. She's like a chef lady. So she's, but she's got an ample bosom.
Oh, that's what's up.
Same, yo.
Yeah.
Same to same.
Yeah.
All three of us.
All three of us.
All right.
Yeah, the heavies.
Big old. What about the brown nips? Well, we know your mom's got brown nips there. But yeah.
But she got dark. She got dark titties.
Yeah.
She got
Sicilian.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're Italian?
Oh, half
And then the other half?
French.
Gay?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I didn't know that you were Italian, bro.
A half. I don't claim it. I don't know. I don't like to dive
But
into it.
Sicilian?
Half, yeah.
My nigga. What's good, brother? What's up?
take-
Come on, man.
All right. I can only say half the word.
Which
Grr. Do the back half.
No, that's dope that your mom got fat tits, bro.
Yeah.
That is dope, though. That
Only
is dope.
I walked in on one. She was bathing, and it was an eyeful.
Really?
And I was like, oh, geez, you know,
What was she in?
naked, taking a bath.
I'm just
she
trying to
in?
set the tone. Like, was she in she was in like a shower?
robe,
Like, what was it like?
Sitting in a tub, like an old school, you know, with the feet.
With the paws.
Yeah.
I imagine the paws.
Yeah, big paw.
Oh, that's fire, dude.
Yeah.
But it was big, like it wasn't like during Katrina or anything like that. It was
No,
actual.
I was young. I was young.
Okay.
It was when seeing a tit was like jarring. You're like, oh my God. Because tits, I think we're used to tits now.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. This was a face-to-face first tit I've ever saw.
How old were you, Mark?
I was probably 31. I don't know. It was probably like 8, 9, 7, something like that. But it left an imprint. And my dad, huge piece.
Peace.
Huge.
Same.
I got nothing.
I don't have nothing.
Yeah.
No, you have nothing. I don't believe that, Mark.
I mean, I'm okay, but it's nothing to write home about.
But you're not like it's not.
No. I wouldn't say I'm small, but
Okay.
I've never had any complaints or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Which I never got when people say. Like,
Yeah,
a
who's
woman's gonna write a
complaining?
comment card.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this was weak. But yeah, I think I'm solid medium. Like, I'm not a showstopper, but I'm not a night ruiner. You know, I'm 5'10", I'm skinny.
Base hit.
I'm a base hit. There you go.
That doesn't matter. You're married almost now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're fiancéed up.
She's fine with it.
Oh,
she
you're
likes
engaged.
it.
Congrats,
Yes,
yo.
thank you.
That's
thank
grown
you.
man shit right there.
I'm trying.
We're trying to get Al to do that as well.
It's scary. Don't get me wrong.
When are you getting married?
November.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Where?
New Orleans.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, you got to go hometown.
Is she from New Orleans too? Or?
No, she's Cape Codder.
Oh,
How did you
nice.
win that? Oh, Cape Cod. That explains it.
Wait,
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah, go get married in New Orleans over Cape Cod.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
It's almost like a destination wedding, but half his family's there. You know what I mean?
Perfectly put. You get the food. We're gonna do the second line, the whole thing. You guys want to come?
Yeah, I'm there.
I mean,
there.
it's open invite.
You know what? I hated go. This is good. This is the most narcissistic thing in the world. I hated going to weddings until I had a wedding, and now I fucking love
Yeah.
the wedding.
I was talking to Mark about this. You don't get
It
it.
is you don't get it, and then it happens, and you get to kind of like reenact like those moments for you, and then you get to see that kind of like pure love. And even weddings that I'd went to in the past, now I remember much better.
I love them. I've always loved them.
Really?
Well, I was such a booze bag growing up that like you got a suit, everybody else is getting drunk, so it felt like I was doing something instead of just blacking out on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know, there was a band there. We're cutting a rug. You might meet a lady.
Hey.
Can't believe that you hated Top Gun, man.
No, I didn't hate it. I enjoyed it. I'm just saying it was definitely a Hollywood cheese. But isn't it interesting that...
I love cheese, dude.
Cheese is fun.
I love cheese,
We
bro.
love cheese in this country. But we have an American cheese. But it is fucked up. There's something going on where we have to farm out a lot of our entertainment now. Have you noticed like Squid Game, Parasite, everything else, or whatever that movie's called?
Crazy Poor Asians. That's what it's called.
Crazy Poor Asians. Yeah. we gotta branch out because we are so scared of making content, like especially the Hollywood and like the big studios. That I feel like we're taking on a lot of foreign films these days. Worst Woman in the World or Worst Person in the World, great movie out of Norway. Just saw that. I think we're painting ourselves in a corner art-wise.
So we're not willing to piss people off, and we're so concerned about so the creativity is limited a bit.
Yes,
and you know what's weird? This is kind of annoying. I don't know how to exactly say this, but you know how there's the push for diversity, which is great, and in a cool way, it's kind of fun being like a white guy now. Like when I get offered these roles, like all the roles are badass. Like I'm like a drug dealer. Or I'm doing something that I shouldn't be doing, and it's like this is what white people used to just cast black people as, and they're like, oh, we can't do that anymore. So now we get the cool shit.
Exactly.
But which is awesome, and in 50 years. Black people are going to be nerds and white people are going to be really cool, and it's your fault. But,
we already got the alarm commercials. It's just a bunch of white guys with hoodies and like
coming to break into the car.
I'm like,
and nobody believes him. They're like, no, I think he lost his keys. Do you need help?
I like the Gillette one.
Help him break
the
it.
catcalling one. That was my favorite one.
What was that?
It's just like a bunch of guys catcalling, but it's always a white dude like, "Hey, miss."
right.
And now that's gonna help the brand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you're gonna catcall,
because now like the white guys are like the suave ones catcalling on the street. You know what I mean? Finally.
We got good catcall. I mean, like honestly, white dudes have catcalled well. Like the construction worker,
of course,
is a white guy.
It's a whoppy Guido thing.
It's a Guido guy. It's a fucking Irish guy.
We call a white guy's a different kind of white guy.
That is very
true.
That is very true. But so this is the thing that I don't like that's happening. There's the push for diversity, which is great, right? But what happens now is when I see diversity, go.
You think was that a hire?
It's forced.
It's forced.
Instead of. When I'm a kid, I watched Aladdin, and I didn't go, they're trying to make some stuff for the Middle Eastern people because we're bombing them all the time.
Exactly.
Right? And maybe that was the reason, but I never thought about
it.
With any like Pixar movie, like with Mulan, I didn't think it was like, this is trying to make Asian relations better. But now it's in my head.
Of course.
So I'm like, what is the best way to go about it? Just make the fire shit without being so...
Well, look at this podcast. Look at this. You got an Indian, a black guy, bi, you got a Jew over there. I don't know what that guy is. But I think you weren't trying to do that, were you?
That's why it's good.
That's why it's good. Look at UFC. There's nothing more diverse than UFC.
Facts.
It's a Nigerian versus a British guy versus a Brazilian guy versus a Korean guy. But they weren't trying to do that. It's just the best of the best.
And we never worry. We never go, is that a Dagestani guy in there because
of course
it's a diversity plate? No, and I like that. And that's a great point.
It's easy to prove merit in UFC though, because you just have to beat the shit out of it.
You get knocked out, you get knocked out.
Art is what do you call it?
It's tough to say who's good and who's not.
I'm just, I don't know, like it like bums me out a little bit when I have that knee-jerk reaction.
Of course. Look at Oscars. You go, no wonder he won. And that's terrible because this guy could be, or gal could be an amazing actor or a best movie, whatever. So it's kind of a curse you put on them.
I think sorry to interrupt, but I think it's the celebration of it. I think you can actually push it, but don't try to be like, we need these voices or whatever. Or we're doing this because we want to amplify these voices, because then it almost undercuts the achievement when you can make these amazing, profound movies that we all fucking love and enjoy.
Yes.
And they can feature diversity as they should because we find that interesting. You know what I mean? Like, I was watching Blade as a kid, not because it was a black vampire. I was like, that's the Daywalker. I didn't give a fuck what he was. So I wonder if, like, the overcorrection actually hurts the influence of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
of course. I completely agree.
What were you saying?
Yeah, I also think there's a thing where you don't really... You put them a bunch of different faces on the show, but they don't tell their stories. Like Top Gun, I'm not even knocking the movie. There's two black guys. Their stories are basically useless.
Joe,
like they do nothing.
Can you tell who did what?
I know Jay Ellis because I know Insecure, so I knew one of the guys.
Yes,
he played Lawrence in Insecure. But I also my wife was asking me. She was like, "Yo, so there was really just."
I didn't know that was Lawrence from Insecure, dog.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
knew
you
that.
don't watch Insecure.
Say what?
You don't watch Insecure.
Says who, bro?
You don't watch
Says
Insecure.
who, dude?
Who makes
It
Insecure?
was fucked up. Issa Rae.
That's a bad question.
I know.
That's not-
Come on, dude. I know all about it. And it was
Yeah.
fucked up how she cheated on Lawrence like that. Lawrence Hive.
Okay.
Come on,
Okay.
Come on.
Who she dating
You know who
now?
we learned this from? Charlamagne's Instagram.
Hey, man, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, come on.
Nah, who she dating now?
Who's who?
Who she dating now?
Who? Issa Rae?
Yeah.
That, Jacob. Jacob the jeweler. Jacob the jeweler, bro. No, but you were saying.
So my wife was watching Friends with me, and she was like, "So there are really just like no black people on this show." And I was like, "Yeah, but in the '90s, it was like there was white shows and black shows.
Yes.
They didn't force everyone on one show and then just tell the white guy's story. You had Friends, but you also had at the same time on Fox." Martin, same time slot. You had Fresh Prince, you had Living Single. So you had black shows they told black stories, and you had white shows where they told white stories.
Which was kind of reflective of the time. Like, we want to act like it wasn't, but like, yeah, in New York, we had groups that would intermingle, but that's New York.
Right.
This is not, we're not the example of the world. This is not what's happening in most like suburban towns or the people that are watching this. So, yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily racist to have like an all black show. If that's what life was like for those people, it's reflected like it. Did you ever feel watching Martin, you're like, you know what, there's not enough diversity in this show?
There's no Asians.
I also, as a minority, I would rather you let me tell my story than put me on the show as like some, like, it's just, I'm there as a mascot.
But that's the thing, that they don't think that people are going to watch it. And now I think they're coming around to it a little bit more, and now there's more support. But initially, the concern was, yo, make Matt Damon the Indian because nobody's going to watch if the Indian is Indian.
Yeah.
So, and I get that when it comes to the person who's cutting the check. Because if I'm giving you $20 million for something, and I could have random Indian guy or Matt Damon paint that motherfucker up, bro. Like,
Exactly.
It's $20 million on the line. Like, what would you do?
No, I'm gonna get an India guy.
But then it's gonna flop.
What if you get a Bollywood guy? The biggest Bollywood dude.
Biggest Indian guy, because Indian people would know that person.
That's a good point.
But is that enough?
But
It's
is
just
it
Indian
enough?
people knowing. But again, I think we've proven. Look at Squid Game.
Yeah.
There's zero diversity. It's all Korean.
There's
I think
one
there was
Indian.
one Indian guy.
Pakistani.
And he's Pakistani guy. He's noble. It's almost like it's like their version of it. He's the
Right.
only noble person throughout the entire show.
You know
It's
what's
the Pakistani guy.
wild to me? Like, to this day, I don't understand when people are bilingual and English isn't the second language. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I went into
dead ass. You're like, yeah, but you know
like,
3 languages.
Yeah, like what do you
come on,
like?
be
You
honest
just
about it.
bypass English?
You
Like,
speak
you know,
Urdu and then you speak Korean. And you're
Urdu
like, what?
and an Asian language and no English is wild. When I lived in Spain, bro, and I would go to this bodega and I'd walk in and it was Asians running the bodega, and I just walked in and I just started speaking English.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, you're a fucking Asian, bro. Like, you know English.
And you're
like,
in this country.
It don't matter what country. Like, every Asians come with the operating system that's English and Asian.
It's like an iPhone. You can pick the language.
Bro, and they were busting out. It was just Spanish, and then they were Chinese, and it was just Spanish and Chinese. And it was like a moment where I had to readjust. And the same thing happened with Squid Game. What does that mean?
Interesting.
I'm like positive racist. Like, I assume you're bilingual.
Yes.
But with my shit.
Right. So I'm saying you're smart.
Yeah, you're smart.
But I'm also selfish.
But be able to talk to me.
Right.
Like, when the Pakistani dude was speaking Korean in the thing, I was like, this is the smartest guy I've ever seen in my life. Like, I've never seen anybody smarter than this Pakistani guy, right? Like, how the fuck does he speak all these goddamn languages?
That's true.
And he can't hold a job.
Right.
But yeah, the Squid Game shit, that's what the Squid Game shit tells me, and like a lot of these other movies tells me, is that like, whoever's ahead of scripted at Netflix needs to get fired and never hired again. Because if the biggest shows are coming from not you,
Yes.
the $1 million acquisition or whatever you throw at the Squid Game thing in Korea, like, that's the bottom of the barrel. If the biggest show in America is a Korean show,
Oh yeah.
that's a problem. Like,
Agreed.
they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars making The Witcher.
Who at Netflix do you want to keep?
I know, that's what
Who at Netflix do you want to keep?
Whoever
Yeah.
does documentaries, because that shit is absolutely fucking amazing. Whoever does reality, that shit is absolutely
True
fucking
crime,
amazing.
they do well.
True crime,
Yo, Love
and
on
then
the Spectrum.
selling
Oh,
sunset.
Did you watch that?
I love it. I jerk off to that.
Whoever's ahead of that department, that's doing reality, which is, I guess, you would consider like Selling Sunset or the autistic
That's a
show.
big show.
That shit, like,
Al
they
loves
are
it.
murdering.
that shit.
What
They're
about the
murdering.
cake? Is it cake? That's when I was like, this is getting bad.
But they're trying to do British Bake Off,
That's a
right?
TikTok trend.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, the cake shit.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant. Today we have an amazing guest. It's a long time coming. This guy's absolutely hilarious. You all know him. You all love him. If you don't love him already, you most likely will, over the next hour, develop some affection for him. He is the great, the hilarious Mark Norman. Everybody is in the building. Mark!
What's up,
Hey. All right.
What's up, man?
What's
Thanks
up,
for having me.
brother?
Wow, look at this.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, beautiful place
What's up,
you got
brother?
here. Hey,
How
what's
are you?
shaking? Good diversity. You got an Indian, a black, a trans.
We got Kevin Hart.
Hey, all right. No. You got to be close. Everybody's bi now. Doesn't it seem like that?
Yes.
Every single human being is bi.
Nah.
All right. You got gag in the name.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, good to be here. This is a beautiful place.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for having
we
me.
appreciate you coming on, dude. It took too long.
Oh, hey, you got big guy. I mean, you're slumming after Rogan.
You're number 2.
I'll take it.
Not bad.
No fanny pack and no N-word scandal. All right.
That we know of yet.
That's true. That's true, yeah.
We might start on this show. We might start right now.
Speaking of which, Al, would you like to bring up the video?
Oh, no.
I'm just joking.
I mean, look, we all grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, Norman.
Things happen.
Norman, yeah, Al, you were nervous as fuck.
Yeah,
That's right
it's like,
there, dude.
fuck, I gotta pretend to like him now.
I had a Biggie record, you know. We all sang along. Different time.
Norman, I was doing some research on you because I'm like, all right, I know Norman for fucking years. We probably know each other for like 10 years, maybe. even.
Yeah, jumping around.
I didn't realize what a degenerate
What?
you were. I had no clue.
Oh, I'm a fun-loving guy.
No,
I
you're
like to
you're
drink.
fun-loving and you're a guy.
Yeah.
But you have these insane. I'm stumbling across this YouTube video where you're talking about having sex with this homeless girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Forgot
quite a
about
thing.
that.
How?
Wow. She didn't tell me she was homeless till far in.
Okay.
But basically, you know, he's a single guy.
Break down the story.
Lovely lady, and I was broke. I was an open micer in New York. This is years and years ago, and I took her to this bar called Alligator Lounge where you get a free pizza with every drink.
Yeah.
Is it Williamsburg?
Yeah. That's,
Yeah, there's one on Houston. No, 14th.
Okay.
Yeah, Crocodile Lounge. There's 2. And I didn't have any money, so I was like, I'll get her a drink and a pizza. And she wolfed that fucking pizza down like you wouldn't believe. She was pounding booze. I mean, she must have eaten 3 pizzas. We jump in a cab, and she tells the cabbie where to go. We're making out in the cab. She smelled terrible. And we go all the way out to way out Brooklyn. We get to some giant building, and it's like a government building.
Yeah.
And she snuck me in, and I could hear women crying, and there was shit everywhere, and babies screaming, and that's when I got hard. Yeah. And, and so she was staying basically in a woman's shelter. She was a drug addict and a whole thing, and it was great. It was great, like hobo boxcar sex.
So you had sex in the woman's shelter?
Yes.
Were you
she
even
snuck me
allowed in the woman?
No
Okay.
way. But I had to pee at one point. She was like, "You can't go out there. They'll kill you. You know, you go out there. You're not allowed to be here." So I had to sneak into the women's bathroom, and then women are coming in and like brushing their teeth and shit. So I had to like tuck my feet up, you know, on the stall, and it was brutal. But I got out of there. And, you know, she's dead.
Yeah.
But
how did you sneak in the first place?
she got me in. She got me in. She knew the guy at the gate, and she put makeup on me. That was the whole thing. I forgot about that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You're
It's all
joking.
the story. These women were so beaten and battered. They're not going to question
Literally.
me. Yeah. So she Amber Hearded me up and put some makeup on me, and I got in there.
Yeah.
Good
That's the
time.
most insulting part of this whole thing.
What?
That you
You
passed for a chick?
Yeah. A battered
Take
chick.
it. Yeah. You can't really, you can't question that shit anymore.
Yeah.
You know?
But this is before all that.
Yeah, I guess
They
you're
just
right.
didn't.
They didn't. They didn't.
Oh, that's right. Now you can sneak into a woman's shelter, no problem.
Yeah.
Oh, you can sneak into the Olympics. Oh, boy.
Hey.
I don't know if you saw that. That's the breaking story.
No, what?
Leah Thomas is now going to the Olympics.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the cheerleader.
Oh, I don't know
Cheerleader
about
or the
cheerleader?
yeah, the cheerleader.
yeah.
There's a
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, the Carolina Panthers cheerleader is trans.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's exciting.
Have you ever done anything with a trans?
No, I'm not against it. Actually, I got blown in Mexico by, I believe a man. I don't ask questions.
Did you sneak him into the shelter? Or
No. Me and my friends went to Tijuana, as you do. We were like 18, whatever. And they were all getting whores, and I was like, I don't want to do that. That feels weird.
Yeah.
Mexican whore, you don't know what's what.
Yeah.
And eventually I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I went to this bar, and I got blown. And I remember the guy had rock hard tits, and I touched his hair, and he was like, don't do that, because it would move.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then I walked out, and I was feeling pretty good. And my friends were all standing outside like, you didn't go in that bar, did you? I was like, yeah. And they're like all busted out laughing. So it was a quiet drive home.
Yeah. So you definitely got blown by a trans woman.
Yeah, I think it was just a dude in a wig.
In a wig,
drag.
yeah.
Yeah. So not even trying.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
amazing BJ. I mean, they know the equipment.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. I had a condom on.
Is it better?
You had a condom.
Oh, yeah.
Way
Way
better.
better. Way better. She knew what to do and all that. It was amazing.
Everybody is bi.
Apparently. I guess you're right.
You should be able to say all the jokes then if you've been there.
Oh, good point.
For real.
I'll take it. N-word? I fucked a couple,
Black guys?
black ladies. Very intimidating. I know you like the white gal, the white coos. Okay.
Everybody.
But the black gals. You've been with a few.
Not yet. Hopefully.
Okay.
They're intimidating. Why are they intimidating?
Wow, you just assume the Lakers have been in there, and just all the giant men.
Tough follow.
Yes, exactly.
The Lakers have been in there.
I don't have a tiny penis. I'm not saying I'm small, but I'm not huge.
Right.
So,
Right.
You're not LeBron.
Right.
yeah, I'm no LeBron. I'm more Curry, but I'm Muggsy Bogues. But I got good veinage. I'm all vein.
That's what girls like, for sure.
You think?
No?
Ah.
Yeah. Okay, so it's tough to follow the black chicks. Now, this is another thing that I was looking up. Lost your virginity,
Yes.
prostitute.
Didn't charge me,
Oh, that's nice.
but I think clearly a prostitute. She had a thing for younger dudes. I was 16. Apparently, I'm a survivor, which I didn't know until somebody pointed that out. But she was probably 55. Looked like Jennifer Aniston after a fist fight. I mean, she was weathered.
Right.
She'd seen some winters. And just had a great night. It was crazy. It was the night before the millennium. So it was New Year's Eve. So Y2K was buzzing.
Yeah.
And me and my friends were on Bourbon Street from New Orleans, and we're walking around, and this lady is flashing everybody, leather jacket, no shirt on. And this is pre-internet porn. So it was like, all right, we're just going to post up here for about 3 hours. And, you're drinking, whatever. And she eventually caught wind of us, and she was like, you guys want to come up? And we're like, ah. And we couldn't get in the hotel. We weren't guests. So she came down, and my friend she was like, you guys want to throw some beads? Very mom-like. And I was like, fuck this. My friend's like elbowing me. Just say something. And I go, look, I don't want to go in a 2000 a virgin. And she goes, well, I won't let you. And that was it. She brought us upstairs, swung her hotel door open. There was an old guy with a white beard and a Harley Davidson hat on, sitting at the door, staring at the door. And he goes, which one is it? She goes, him. And he took my other friends on the balcony. Crazy.
Oh, wow.
So you and her in the room.
Me and her in the room, and I was freaking out. I'm 16. I'm wearing a leather jacket, a sweater, a button down. And she goes, why don't you get comfortable? I took off the jacket. And she goes, how do you want to do this? And I go, well, I'll take a blowjob first. Yeah, cocky kid, going for it, swinging for the fences. And she goes, I don't give blowjobs. And I said, you fuck kids off the street, but you don't give blowjobs? And just 2 hours later, it was just crazy. She talked me through it. It was super hot.
2 hours you were in there?
Oh, yeah. I was a champ.
What were you doing?
I was
for
16.
2 hours?
Well, you can get it right back up.
Oh, so it was multiple rounds.
Multiple rounds.
Condom?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kissing?
Yeah, barely. She had the worst breath I've ever smelt in my life. And I've been with a hobo.
I think you had sex with a second homeless person. Yeah.
Sorry, what's that?
I think you had sex with a second homeless person.
Yeah, you might be right. They looked a little rough.
If you're a battered woman, you love Mark Norman. That's what I'm thinking of.
They had a biker vibe for sure. But it was a wild, wild romp.
This was in New Orleans.
Yeah, I was the king of high school for like 2 months after that.
I
Cavaliers.
I love New Orleans. We were talking about this. We were talking about this outside, but like, I think that the Netflix comedy festival should have been in New Orleans.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I agree.
Okay.
There's only 300,000 people there.
The audio dropped when I was asking you about New Orleans, but then we got into a far more interesting conversation, which is comedy specials, where we're putting them out. You've had immense success online.
10 million views.
10 million views, crushed it on YouTube.
10.1 yesterday.
Hey, there you go. Happy
Don't move my hair.
ending.
I'm sorry. It's fake.
Okay. Now, there are some of our colleagues are putting shit up. They're still doing Netflix. You did a Netflix one after doing YouTube and having
Did a
success.
half hour.
I did a Netflix one after having success on YouTube.
Yes.
Which
trashing Netflix.
After trashing Netflix. Why did you do it?
I did it because I felt like the YouTube is cooking. It's still going up. And I feel like I got the YouTube people. And I said, let me just see what this Netflix thing is all about. It's only a half hour. It's like my pandemic material.
Yeah.
And let me just see if there is a bigger bump or a different bump. Maybe I'm getting a new audience. It's only a half hour. If it goes well, I'll go all the way with them. If it doesn't, I'll go back to YouTube.
And?
It went as well as it could go, I think. But I don't know. I like YouTube. I like owning it. I like controlling it. So I'll probably be back to YouTube.
Yeah.
Feels like that's the future. And who knows where Netflix will be?
Dead.
5 years.
I think.
Yeah.
You think?
I don't know about dead, but it's just like, it's just a tricky, it's a tricky thing.
Yep.
I mean, I said dead before.
That's what I said. That's the only reason I was trying to do a callback.
I don't know who would ever say dead.
Why are you saying dead?
No.
It's like Artie Lang. It won't die. No matter what. Keep stabbing it.
I don't see why. I think Netflix will exist for institutional fame. So, like, if for example, like, if I was on SNL, I would definitely do a Netflix special. Or if I was like a famous person, like from movies that wanted to get back, if I'm like, Roseanne might be interesting, but like if I'm somebody who doesn't have a podcast and doesn't have communal fame, in other words, like people built a community, they don't necessarily need the institution. If you have your fans that fuck with you, Bert Kreischer or Tom Segura do not need to do Netflix specials.
Yes.
And I think that people who need the institution are people who don't have a platform to develop like direct connection, because they can't go, hey, you want to come and rock with my special? Because people might go, I love you, but I don't know if you do that thing.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening right now with fame is like Miles Teller in Top Gun is way more famous than me, but Miles Teller in Top Gun is more famous than Tyler, the Creator.
Okay.
Tyler, the Creator can sell way more merch because it's not fame, it's connectivity and community.
Right.
So I think the people that actually have like community and connectivity, I think they will go a different route with it. I think they'll go YouTube, and I think there's one more level to that.
Oh, yeah?
That I was kind of talking to you about before, but I will hold off on that for a few weeks.
Well, Netflix feels kind of like the Oscars, where it used to mean a lot more, and now we're like, the Oscars is on? Oh, shit, I didn't know about that. Oh, you know, if Will Smith didn't slap a guy, would we be talking about it at all? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how fast it happened, though?
Yeah.
3-4 years ago, it was like, yo, Netflix is all you want. That's everything.
Crazy.
Yeah. And now every comic is straight to YouTube.
Because we saw people that went on Netflix and they blew the fuck up right afterwards.
Yeah.
So it's like, I would like to blow the fuck up. It wasn't like we just love Netflix. We like blowing the fuck up. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think what happened now is like, listen, we did Netflix for a specific reason, which was we thought that we needed like the blue check. You know, because boomers still organize the world in terms of like brands and shit.
Totally.
Right? Like old people go, whoa, are you on Netflix? Are you on HBO? Like, what is your thing?
Yes.
Whereas like young people, they don't even know what the fuck is on Netflix. Young people are watching YouTube. They don't care. Like you're validated by the creativity that you have, not the brand that's putting out the creativity.
Yeah, which I love.
It's great for us because we create shit.
Us. Exactly. 100%.
So I'm very curious to see what happens. But I think if you have a community, you might be able to, I think you might be able to do something.
Look at Comedy Central. I would have given my left tit to be on Comedy Central 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and then HBO too. HBO was the spot. It was huge. It was like the most prestigious comedy. George Carlin, Chris Rock, all this shit. And now HBO, I'm like, I don't know if people are going to that for...
Not for comedy, but for
comedy.
Scripted, they're fucking undefeated.
They're the best.
There's not even a question.
State of the art or whatever.
And then Netflix hired all the Comedy Central people.
That's right.
And now Netflix is.
Ooh, interesting.
I'm just saying. Because basically what happens is like, with Comedy Central is like, I mean, you know, technology changed, they didn't change with it, but like you lose confidence. Like I think right now what's happening with Netflix is people are losing confidence in Netflix's suggestions. And once I lose confidence in what you suggest me, you have no power to push content to me.
Right. But YouTube worries me because sometimes they get a little choosy with like, well, we don't agree with this belief or this ideology, so we'll just pull that.
100%.
And that scares the shit out of me.
Yep. That's
what sucks. We act like we're these renegades and these independent queefs, but we're actually very in need of these platforms.
100%. We need them, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we should play by the rules. What'd you say?
We're always gonna be a slave to something.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it's like, it's just
Put it
like,
on your own site.
That's the thing. Like Louis' model, but even with them, they could come for the credit card, you know, machines.
Oh
like,
my God,
there's always a way to get you if you want to. If they don't want to support you, they can get you out of here, right?
Yeah.
Like, to unplug completely, you got to be so fucking rich, and that's what all those Russian billionaires thought. They're like, nobody could touch me, and then we go to war, and everybody's like, we'll take your yacht.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you just had a yacht in the water, and then somebody was like, well, that's our yacht now.
Right.
And you just had to take that. Right? So it's like, there's no like true independence. I guess it's just like what allows me to put out the content I want to put out. And I love Louis' model.
I do too.
I think the future is a combination. Fuck it. I think you sell it on your own, and then you put it out later on YouTube at some date. I think that's what we will eventually do. And once you can make more money doing that, nobody will ever do a special with a network again. Because why would you?
Why would you?
Right now with all Netflix or HBO or these places, like you got to pay me more for the people that won't see it.
Yes, exactly.
It used to be you pay me nothing because everybody's going to see it.
Right.
But now that we know that less people will see it, I got to get more for each of those people that won't.
Totally. They can't afford that.
Because once you tasted the road money, you're like, oh.
Yes, exactly. But you ever shot? I shot a game show like 2 weeks ago. It's so archaic, you know, like you gotta wait. How's it going back there? The crew and all this shit, and then like there's all these union rules where you gotta like, oh, you gotta sit down for 20 minutes or else you can sue us. And you're like, what are we doing? We could have knocked this out in 20 minutes with an iPhone.
Yeah.
But we got the crew and we got unions and we got grips and gaffers.
Yeah.
It's so behind they got a crowd there. They're like, please stay, we need you, and they're doing the warm up bullshit with the clapping. Stinks. We could just made this in 20 minutes.
What game show?
I'm scared to say it was called To Catch a Predator. No.
That's an awesome game show.
Yeah.
That'd be a way better game show.
No, it was just I was in London shooting a game show, and it was cheesy. It was kind of like an At Midnight thing where they make you as little funny as you can be. Anything funny about you, they take away. You know, you make like a side joke, and like, don't say that, that's off color. And you're like, but that's me. That's what's funny.
Is that an issue? You've done stand-up on a network, having the material out of your own hands a little bit.
Yeah, that sucks.
That was an issue?
Yeah, I mean, I've done the Tonight Show 4 times, and I had to fight to get boner on. I had to fight to get the word piss. Piss is so much funnier than pee.
Yeah.
You know, and they were like, I don't know, man, piss. And I'm like, what are we doing here? We're adults.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy, but that's...
You did a Comedy Central half hour too, right?
I did, yeah.
You've done everything.
I did it all, and none of it mattered.
Yeah.
Except
YouTube.
When was the moment you realized this is going to be different than everything else?
With YouTube, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, here's what got me, actually. Good question there, Hassan. This is what got me. I just learned it's Hassan, by the way. Nobody told me. But neither here nor there. But good question. I've done 12 late nights, Conan, all this shit. None of it mattered.
That's not true, but we'll go on that. Nah,
okay.
We'll go on that in a second. Yeah.
Some of it's fun. It's traditional. It's a tightrope. Ooh, I got to kill this for 5 minutes. I can't flub, whatever. People are watching me. I did a fucking morning show at Cleveland morning show, 8 in the morning. I'm hungover. That popped, and that did more for me than any late night.
I saw that.
See?
I saw that recently because I bombed on local news, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one. No, you were so funny, and then that reminded me of a clip you have with Bert Kreischer, where you call Bert Kreischer's wife a whore.
Yeah,
and a
right.
stank.
That
and I'm like,
blew
how
up
the
too.
fuck does this kid get away with this?
Well, it'll come back to bite me. Don't get me wrong. It's coming. Don't worry.
Now, there's a clip of her saying she thought it was so funny.
She's the coolest. I only did it because I knew how cool she was. I wouldn't
Okay.
just say that to Hillary Clinton or something.
Right,
You know,
right.
I knew what I was up against. But yeah, that shit popped off, and that got shared and retweeted and all that shit. And It just goes to show the internet they want authentic, they want real shit.
Yeah, they want real.
So that was a big wake up call.
It's like I was talking to Chrissy D the other day, and we were talking about his special and like what he was going to put out, and I was like, "What is your 9/11 story from your special?"
That went viral.
Yeah. And that's that's always been my strategy is like how many different versions of that can I put out,
that's
and
good.
how many different communities can I tap?
Yeah.
So it's like with you, it was the morning show. But here's the thing. And I always tell people like they're going to go on like Rogan. They're like, oh, I have my YouTube special. I'm going to go on Rogan. People are going to watch it. And it's like when I went on Rogan and I had the YouTube special, I already had like 50 clips on the internet.
Yeah, that's what helps.
You want one to hit and then everybody consumes everything else. So your late nights, as useless as they were for the people who saw it,
got the clips.
Crushed.
Yes.
So now they watch your one thing and they go, oh my God, this guy's really funny.
Right.
Oh, this is another access point to Mark Normands.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, how many of those can you have?
Right. Yeah.
And whoever has the most, like Bert Kreischer's was the machine. And now a million different other things since then.
Yep.
And if you really look at the people selling tickets, which is all we give a fuck about, and anybody that knows, watching this podcast knows that, anybody who is selling tickets right now that is not named Dave Chappelle, it's through YouTube content.
Yeah, unless you're like an older Bill Burr type. Or like
even
an
Bill Burr, what is the first thing that popped for Bill Burr? Think about it. Think about it
That's a good
deeply.
rant.
And where was that? Was that on Netflix? Was that on HBO? That was on motherfucking YouTube.
This guy.
There you go.
I'm just saying, like
there's exceptions, but I think for the
give me the exception.
Ali Wong was a no name, and then she did Netflix when Netflix was Netflix. And
You're
it
right.
Popped.
Yeah, Millennium.
You're right. Hassan, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That now they're
that's
also
very
serving
rare.
niche communities that are underserved in stand-up.
True. The Asians.
like Ali. Also, Ali's so goddamn fucking funny.
So funny.
And a lot of people think it's only Asians. It's moms. Like Ali came
you're
out there,
right.
then like every one of my boys' wife, like Charlemagne's wife was like, "This is the funniest woman I've ever met."
My wife, we had just started dating. My wife now laughed so hard at Ali Wong's special. I was like, "Yo, shut the fuck up!" Like, get that shit out.
But shitting on her, you're like, she got that aborted.
But yeah, that's it. Like that's when I kind of look at it and I go, wow, it's not even a question. It's not even a debate. Like when I'm talking to somebody about it, it's not whether you should do this or this. It's how much are they going to pay you to do the thing that hurts you. Right? Like when we did the Netflix thing, it was literally like we're going to lose relevance.
Yep.
And lose money. But this check mark will help get the mayor on.
Right.
Because these motherfuckers care. I don't care.
You need a resume.
Except when Dove goes, oh yeah, the Netflix special, they go, oh, he must be a real human being. If he's the YouTube guy, they just go, oh, everybody can throw anything on YouTube.
Right.
For the older folks, which helped build the whole thing.
Exactly. It's part of why I did Netflix. Part of why you do these Conans, these night shows, because you can call a club and go,
It
he's done
validates
this,
you.
this, and this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But you know what validates you now is when that bitch is sold out.
Right.
Now they don't ask how many late nights you did.
You got that right.
Right?
Nobody cares.
Rogan also validated because before I was taking whatever gig I could get, and then the second Rogan, and then I guess Bring Back Apu was back to back. But then my agent was like, "Yo, we have a lot of offers coming in. We need to sit down and have like a meeting about this." So I think Rogan is just a kingmaker. And then if you have any YouTube stuff that hits, it's like, all right, well, this guy can sell tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that matters in the end.
So he's become an institution in and of himself.
Yeah,
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, that's the wild thing is like, that's the value in like trust. You know what I mean? Like if you trust a guy to tell you about like what works health-wise, you'll trust him with comedy. Like if I'm trusting you with what I'm ingesting in my body and how I'm going to work out, and if he goes, no, this guy's he's a good comic, he's pure. There's very few people that Rogan has given like the stamp of approval that have amounted to nothing. All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because y'all got to keep your fucking hair, okay? Simple as that. Keep your goddamn hair. It's a choice now, okay? They got pills, they got topical cream. This is an option. You don't have to go bald. That is a choice. And make the choice to keep your hair because, fellas, the number one sign that you're aging well is if you got your hair. That's it. Simple as that. Keep that fucking hair, and you're going to keep it with Keeps. Keeps has got your back. They got convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications delivered straight to your door every 3 months, okay? You don't even have to leave your home, but now that you got a full head of hair, you fucking will want to, okay? 24/7 care and support. You need anything, they got your back, and it's low cost. Treatments start at $10 per month. Keeps offers generic versions of the 2 FDA-approved medications to prevent hair loss. You got this. Keeps has everything your hair needs delivered straight to your door with discreet packaging and proven results. Remember, prevention is key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so act fast. When it comes to your hair, save more, spend less. If you're ready to take action to prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/flagrant to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/flagrant to receive your first month for free. keeps.com/flagrant. Now let's get back to the show. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break for a second because I gotta tell y'all about Exodus. Listen, crypto's half off right now. There's a motherfucking sale on crypto right now. Okay, it's on sale. It's on sale right now.
When's the time to buy something?
Shit, when it's on sale.
There you go.
Okay? And where are you going to buy that crypto from? Exodus. Let me tell you why you're going to buy it from Exodus. Because Exodus is your one-stop shop. You don't want to buy crypto from over here. You got what's the thing where you could take it out and you can walk around with it like a little keychain?
Hardware wallet.
You get a hardware wallet from over here. You got 15 different accounts everywhere. No. It's too confusing. It's too confusing with stuff that's very important for you, and we do not fuck with them investments, okay? Right now, crypto's on sale. You get everything you fucking need. You want to even stake crypto. You want to store your NFTs. Literally anything you could possibly do. You want to walk around with your hard wallet. You want to keep it online. Whatever you want to do, Exodus has got your back. Exodus has got your back. And I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm about to give him a motherfucking discount, bro.
No.
Nah, you should do it.
I'm about to give him a discount, bro.
Don't do it.
For a limited time, Exodus has a 0-fee promotion where you can buy crypto in the mobile app with 0 fees. That's what I just said, and I don't give a fuck. It's 0 fees for a limited time. You purchase Bitcoin, Litecoin, Solana, and many other crypto assets at true cost with no fees added. Get started at exodus.com/ZERO. 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 Go get your money up. Let's get back to the show. Do you subscribe to this like you need to be fucked up to be a comic theory?
I don't, only because there's so many fucked up people
that are not funny at all.
I grew up with the fucking scariest mooks on the planet. They're all firemen now.
Yeah.
You know, and these guys are all twisted. They're on all kinds of pills, all kinds of meds. They cry all the time. You know, they beat people up at bars. But they're not funny.
Yeah.
You know? So I think we're all just fucked up.
You're a big therapy guy. You think you're funnier before therapy, after therapy? You think it made a difference?
I think it helped.
Yeah.
I think it makes you funnier because you can kind of set the bullshit aside and focus more on the act. Because with therapy, your emotions, it's like garbage that piles up. And therapy gets that garbage out. So when you're writing, you're not thinking, oh, my dad, you know, you can focus more.
Right. Yeah.
I had some shit with my dad. But yeah.
Is therapy helping you find bits?
Oh, yeah.
Working through shit with a therapist, and you're like, write that down.
Definitely.
Really?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got a whole therapy chunk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That
specifically
did pretty well.
about therapy. Oh, yeah. I feel like it just helps me organize my thoughts and, like, be honest with my reasoning. Because I can find a rationale for anything.
Exactly.
But someone else is going, no, this is the real reason why. And I have to accept that, and often that reason's funnier. I'm just embarrassed of being like that vulnerable, right? Like I don't want to admit I'm insecure about this thing, but then I actually talk it out. I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny that I'm insecure about this thing, and then boom. So it's like I kind of, do I have to credit them?
Yeah.
Nah.
Do we have to credit them?
No, fuck that.
I think it helped me add dimensions to my jokes. Whereas
Really?
before you're just coming from this point of view, but then you're like looking at all the other points. It's just every joke becomes more three-dimensional, I think.
I agree.
Male therapist or female therapist?
I got an old Jew, which I think it's
Didn't
like
answer the question, but I do like that.
old male. Sorry, old Jewish guy. Sorry, but that's like the goat. You know, it's like if I'm going NBA, I'm
Did
going
anyone
black.
think woman though?
Yeah, an old Jew bride. You know,
Old Jew. I think old Jews are only men.
Yeah.
Jews is a male term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call a woman a Jew.
Yeah, I would.
Would you?
I'd get her out of my neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
You Jew.
Or if you're dirty talking, maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You still go to that therapist that all the comics go to?
Yeah.
Oh, did you go to
That's
him?
fucking weird, yo.
I know, it's weird. It's weird.
Yo, that's the most vulnerable thing in the world is coming out of the therapist's office.
Dude.
Imagine you're looking at fucking Gary Goldman
He's
and
been
he's about
there.
to go. Damn, yo.
I mean, Bobby
can't-
Kelly's like, you took too long. I'm like, what the fuck? I just got out of here, talking about my dad, and he's yelling at me in the hallway.
Do you ever hear them
this is a
dying
thing?
laughing before you and you're like, oh boy.
Yes.
Wait, really?
Definitely. Sometimes you hear Alan, I just gave his name away, but he's like
Everybody
dying
knows his
laughing.
fucking name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's awkward. And you're sitting there, it's like a green room. I'm sitting there with Vecchione, like, oh, I thought I was on next. He's like, no, I'm next. I'm like, oh, shit.
Have you
all right.
asked him
Chris
about
Rock
this?
bumps you.
Yeah.
He's got some trauma to work through,
Yeah,
actually, Chris Rock.
Well, the reason we all go is because, A, if you're shitting on your friends and you're like, my friend does this, it fucking drives me, he knows who you're talking about. So that kind of helps. And two, if you go, I got a Netflix half hour, he knows what you mean. He knows about opener, feature, middle act, headliner. Like you don't have to extra explain.
Yeah.
So that part's good.
I don't think it takes that long to explain
Yeah.
what Netflix means.
5 minutes of maybe
He knows about
breaking it down.
agents, managers. He gets it. I don't know. It's
Subtitles. He knows about
Yeah.
subtitles and clips.
captions. Yeah.
He even knows about clips. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my captions guy is such a pain in the ass. The guy don't get it.
He's on it, this guy.
Just be honest, you didn't want to look for a therapist.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's
just
what I'm
say
saying.
what it is.
Well, how do you
Like,
look for a therapist? I'm in the.
I don't know.
I'm trying to look for a therapist.
Oh, really?
Right now. Yeah, and I don't know what the
I'll
criteria.
connect you to a guy that will connect you to
I don't know if I
somebody.
want a guy.
I was
though.
going to do the same.
Say again?
I don't know if I want a
Well,
guy.
tell him you want a girl. I'm saying he's going to be the starting point. I'm not going to connect you to my guy because I go to my guy.
Why can I go to your guy?
Go Craigslist.
I don't want you to go to my guy.
That'll work. Yeah.
I want Mark to go to your guy.
No,
let me go to your guy.
My guy is my guy.
Because
Nobody
he
goes to my
understands
guy.
who you are. He
No,
knows.
you
He
can't
knows
shit.
everything about this.
No, I'm not going to do all that.
That's
I'm not
too
going to do
much.
it. You don't want him going into that because I've been probably complaining about you, and then you come in, you show up late. He's like, he does.
Yeah,
And then the guy doesn't fucking show up.
And then
on
maybe
time.
he can help you and be like, yeah, maybe he's busy,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
it'll even out. I think we all need to go to the same one.
No, we're not going to do another.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
stupidest idea.
I wonder if they brand themselves like that. Like, I wonder if he started.
Oh, dude, he's got
Like
newspaper
fire.
clippings of Jerry Lewis and all. I mean, not.
So he's the comedy guy.
he's the guy for years, for
Yeah,
decades.
but why would you keep... Look how fucked up every comic is.
But no, we're not even close to people who need therapy. That's the thing. Like our fucked upness, like it's really that.
You
like,
need
Bomb
therapy,
Blast,
yo.
New
We
all
York
need
Comedy
therapy.
Club,
We
like,
all need therapy.
No, there are people out there who are like dealing with real traumatic, horrible
Yes,
shit,
of course.
abusive fucking relationships,
course.
like these, like bad things.
Yes, we're
Like,
not-
what are we really dealing with? Like, oh, I didn't get booked this week.
It's mostly childhood shit.
It is. Grow up. Grow up.
There's your therapy lesson right there.
Grow up.
Free service.
Grow up. Get over it. No, bro, why did the childhood shit not stick in the 50s or something like that? Is this a new fucking thing?
No,
like,
everyone's traumatized.
Everyone's fucked up. But if you look at that old shit, these guys from the 50s, they died when they were like 61. They just dropped dead.
Yeah.
They all got heart shit and they
bottle it
bottle.
up.
It's bottled. Yeah. We're getting it out. We're gonna live long.
Yeah.
What do
I
you
don't know
think
if
of
that's what it's modern technology is making us live long. I don't think it's because my dad didn't love us.
I
Back in
think-
the day, your dad was hunting buffalo all fucking day. You didn't have a relationship with your dad.
The brain, the emotion. You have no idea how this is everything.
I think it's comparative. I think it's like you see someone who has a deep relationship with their dad more often now, and you're like, I wish I had that. But if every one of your friends' dad died in World War II, you guys wouldn't be fucking going, oh, I have it so bad.
No.
Sure.
I think they're
don't
all
know.
fucked up.
You don't think?
Yeah.
No,
My
I
dad
think
was
everybody was fucked up. They just didn't deal with it.
Yes.
That's it. That's all it
They
was.
call
There was
themselves
no
the
dealing
silent
with it.
generation. They're like, yeah, we don't talk about our
They
feelings. or
figured
anything.
it out, bro. Everybody's happy in the 50s, bro. The 50s were the shit, right?
That's what it
Economy
seems
was
like.
Right
good.
now,
He wasn't happy.
you guys are happy in the 50s.
in your own place, you know what I mean? Like in your own communities, it was great.
Separate, but also equal.
Yeah.
Nah,
What is it?
We didn't like it there either.
When was Tulsa? When was the bombing or whatever it was?
Is that Black Wall Street you talking about?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was probably
Great
30s,
time.
40s.
That was the 30s.
I think so. I think it was a while ago.
Al, when was Black Wall Street?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
1921.
That's
blocked
awesome.
out
the 20s.
Because he blocked out the trauma. That's
I need some
It's generational, bro.
why. Yeah.
You're gonna love this. There's some people that say you carry on trauma from your ancestors.
Man, get out.
Ah, that's crazy.
That I don't
that's
love.
fucking.
There
I
are
don't
people
love
that
that.
say like
Jews.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
good
you.
point.
That's
But
just because they be nagging the fuck out of you generation to generation.
Yeah.
So it's passed down through you guys. It's passed down
Yes.
through your mom and your
They
dad.
say you can be adopted and still carry that same trauma.
Those people
that
are
you're-
idiots.
That's crazy. Because
Those
then you'd have their
people-
You
skills
believe
too.
you get reborn into somebody else, bro.
I can have my own trauma. I can have my own trauma. I can't have your trauma. I got my own trauma from my past life.
But what about the elephant with 8 arms?
Yeah, exactly.
He don't got no trauma. That's God.
That's God?
Yeah, that's a God.
You don't think God has trauma?
No, dude.
What are you kidding?
God is super therapized. You guys
He
don't know
sees all the rape and pedophilia. He's
Yeah.
watching
that.
it.
He understands.
He might have created it.
I'm just saying that he knows what's going on.
Yeah, you need
Yes.
therapy.
He accepts it.
You need
At bare
therapy,
minimum,
bro.
he accepts it.
Yes.
And yours forgives it.
What? Yeah.
Yours forgives
If
it.
you ask for forgiveness.
Wild relationship.
That is.
That's kind of wild.
That is
Wild
a little
relationship.
crazy.
Wow.
Wild.
How?
So you can just rape and diddle kids and just be like,
And then
"Oh,
be like,
forgive me,
my
bro."
bad, yo,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That's
my
Presbyterians.
bad. You ruined someone's whole
If
rest
that-
of their
you go
life
to
and
purgatory.
generations for my bad.
You go to purgatory.
But where do they go?
They.
They might go to hell because of the things they did because you diddled them.
Why are they going to hell?
Because they didn't ask for forgiveness. They don't feel like there's forgiveness
You
in
don't
the
ask
world.
for forgiveness if you get diddled.
No, they do things like kill somebody because they were diddled or diddle someone else.
Yeah.
Hurt people, like we were just saying 5 minutes ago.
Vampire.
Pass
Valid
on
point.
diddling, bro.
Okay, so they passed
Valid
on the
point.
diddling, but those people didn't ask forgiveness because they didn't know the rules. They were like, fuck
they
the
didn't
church.
deal with their trauma. They
Why
didn't
they
go to
gonna ask
therapy.
forgiveness from the guy who fucked them?
Because
Oh, that's a good
You
point.
think they're asking forgiveness for the guy who fucked them? They're like, I'm done with this dude. Now they're in hell.
And you guys
ask the guy.
You guys are still in business. You guys have been locked up years ago.
Exactly.
That is a spin.
How's that a
Marcus
spin?
spinning.
I'm just saying,
A
there
priest
is
could
something
molest
wrong
a
with
kid.
that.
That's a great point.
Priest molest the kid. The kid
Yes.
is like, I don't want nothing to do with God. Then goes up to God, and God's like, you didn't say I'm sorry, or you didn't say I forgive you, or whatever the fuck it is. Now
Yeah.
he can't get in, and it wasn't even his fault in the first place.
Why can't the kid go to heaven?
You tell me. You tell me.
There's no reason the diddle kid can't go to heaven.
The diddle kid doesn't want anything to do with God, so he's not asking for forgiveness. Then he doesn't go to heaven because he didn't ask for
you don't think
forgiveness.
God in all his mercy and powerful knowledge knows that?
Bro, does the book say it? Do I not have to ask for forgiveness? Because that's
You
what's
gotta
up.
ask for forgiveness.
You just said that God's mercy shows me that I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
You spitting.
I'm just going off the rules in the books.
I told you. I told you.
so good.
I'm just going off
Oh,
the
we got a
rules.
life cycle for the spin cycle.
I'm just going off the rules of the book. I agree.
Yes,
I
yes.
think God doesn't need you to ask for forgiveness. I think God goes, listen, I saw what that motherfucker did to you. It's foul what he did to you.
God knows
And I'm
your
not
heart.
going to let him in heaven. And I'm going to let you in because, you just did some fucked up shit
You
in
might
your
not
life.
need to
because
ask for
this-
forgiveness, but if you ask for forgiveness, then you'll be forgiven.
Do you think he looks at you and he's like, you got to ask?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
You get up there and be like, yo.
Who is God?
good?
Andrew?
Yeah,
Exactly.
come on, like what asshole would do that, bro?
You get up there and be like, you sorry? And you're like, yeah, I'm sorry. And then you're good.
And is heaven full of diddled kids? It must
Maybe. Yeah.
be. Yikes. I don't want to hang out with them.
But you just said they're great. Oprah, Tyler Perry.
Oh, good
Yeah.
point.
You
Good-
do
okay.
want to hang out with them. You want to do business
It's
with
Hollywood
them.
moguls.
I guess you're right. All right.
None of your friends got diddled?
Not that I know of, but who knows?
No comics? You never heard of Findor story at Allen's?
What is that?
Something comes through the door. You're out there in the waiting room.
Never heard the. I mean, I feel like comics, if they got diddled, they'd have a bit about it. Or would they bottle it?
Molesting our ears with that bit.
Yeah. There's a lot of that now.
Yeah.
That is another thing. It's like people think that, if you talk about the tragic thing, it doesn't have to be as funny.
I hate that.
It
That's
has
a
to
new,
be more funny.
Really
That's a
bothers me.
trend, yes.
It has to be more funny because of how awful it is for everybody
That's
else.
what made Pryor so remarkable.
Exactly.
He made all the
And
molestation
it
funny.
never felt painful when you were listening. It never
Right.
felt like he was in pain. Like he was just
Yeah.
like, hey man, this is what happened. It's okay. Let's
lit-
laugh about it.
I lit
Yeah.
myself on fire. I shot my car. We're
Yeah.
dying. It
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, those are funny though. But getting raped.
I hate to say, but getting diddled doesn't. It's not an accomplishment. It doesn't make you interesting.
Yeah.
You have to make it interesting.
Yeah.
And that's the key. But I think people go, hey, I got diddled. Bring out the red carpet. You're like, well, wait, it's still got to be
It's
entertainment.
also like. It's,
I know that's
Nah, it-
harsh, but
now he's right though. At a comedy show, but the thing is that like if you say something tragic, you get silence and attention.
of course.
Right? If you bring up your Uber joke, it doesn't automatically get silence and attention. People might go like, next. They might even heckle you. But if you say, listen, when I was 6, this thing happened, nobody's gonna say anything.
No.
Unless they're the funniest person in the audience.
Yeah, it's true.
and that would absolutely level the room.
Yeah.
When I was 6, I was touched. Say it.
I'm trying to think of a good heckle. Was he desperate? I mean, like, he could have done better. I don't know. It's. You'd think I heard molest people were funny. You know, you'd say something.
Yeah.
But I saw a guy. My friend has this great story. This guy in Ireland. Somebody was on stage doing a bit like that, not getting any laughs, and he goes, "You're not funny. You're not likable." And I've had enough. He said that in like an Irish brogue, and it was like, oh, that was perfect. Because they don't fuck around with that over there. They're
What do
just
you
like,
mean?
no. In Ireland and UK, they're like, you got to be funny.
Yeah. Everybody is molested.
Yeah. It's a whole priesthood over there.
Stiff upper lip.
Yeah.
It's a comedy show. The guy's like, I paid a ticket. Like, I want to laugh.
That's the uniquely American thing, the trauma
sorry.
comedy.
I think so. I think
Comedy.
so.
You think?
Probably not.
I feel like
don't
them
know.
one-man shows that they do out there, like for the festivals
Yeah.
and shit, they might get a little into the trauma.
That's true.
I don't
Just don't call it comedy. That's all I'm saying.
Traumedy.
Dramedy.
What's up, everybody? It's time. You see the lighting. You know what it is. You know what I mean? Back's about to get broken. You know what I mean? All of us just gobbled up a Blue Chew because we're ready for date night. Simple as that. We're going to give the dangle. The dangle is going to go out there. The best hard dick you've ever had in your life, it's Blue Chew. Give your wife what she deserves. She's putting up with your shit all week. You don't think she deserves to get her shit split, back broke, Ken? You don't think that? You don't think that you should go all in on her? You don't think push all the chips? Just take all the chips. Splash the pot. Splash the pot. You don't think that you should do that? You don't think your wife deserves that? She's working hard, doing her job, making her money. You don't think that she deserves the best dick you've ever given to her in your entire fucking life? She probably does 3 out of the 4 walks for your dog a day. You walk her once, get called a bitch. How you gonna maintain your masculinity? How you gonna maintain your manhood? Blue Chew, come, full-fledged. Are you Tom Cruise? Are you? Are you Top Gun? Are you Maverick? You can be, for free. You only gotta pay $5 a month. You only gotta pay $5 shipping. You get it for free, first month free, you just pay $5 shipping, and then you get that Top Gun Maverick delivered right to your doorstep. BlueChew.com, okay? Make sure you use that promo code FLAGRANT. You're gonna be delivering G's, 10 G's, vertical climb. Let's get back to the show.
Also, guys, the Big Daisy Energy Tour, the tour that I started before the pandemic, and we were just starting to sell out shows until that fucking COVID ruined everything. Well, we're gonna finish it up. We're gonna pick it back up. We're in a bunch of fire clubs, bunch of fire cities. We sold out Austin this weekend. It was a fucking movie. Shouts, by the way, to Craig Robinson for coming through and doing a guest set. It was a fucking great weekend. Thank you guys, everybody in Austin. In the meantime, June 16th and 17th, I'm at Zany's in Chicago. June 18th, I'm going to be at Zany's in Rosemont. I am adding a pop-up show June 23rd in Dallas, Texas at Hyenas Comedy Club. And June 24th and 25th, this was already scheduled, I'm going to be at Hyenas in Fort Worth. June 26th, I am also doing a one-nighter in Charlotte, North Carolina. Guys, get your tickets at akashsing.com. We're hitting every city. We're hitting San Francisco, Vancouver, Minneapolis, Tempe, San Diego, Orlando, Niagara. We're going to be everywhere. Go to akashsing.com. Start buying tickets. These shows are selling out now, y'all. You cannot fuck around. So buy your tickets right now, and let's get back to the show.
You think
Great.
Seinfeld's the
I don't
best?
think he's the best comic, but I think he's
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer, killer, just pro,
Absolute pro,
consummate
dude.
professional.
He shouted you
Consummate.
out. I remember when he shouted you out. He was
And
like,
you retweeted that, which I appreciated.
yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Thank you.
I forgot and I support. And I don't even like Seinfeld.
Exactly. That's why it meant a lot. But yeah, that was huge for me. And that's something you can show the parents.
Do you and him still talk?
Yeah, we text every now and then. Like Norm died, and we talked a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I need these big events to happen, so I have a reason to text. Yeah. Like, kill some more
Another
motherfuckers.
death, please.
Yeah.
Heard Bob Saget. Heard about
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, my only whatever with him is just like, unsavory interaction. But
Oh, you had one?
yeah, it was just kind of annoying.
Wow, he's a giant megastar. He can't really be canoodling with everybody.
Here's the thing.
Except Mark.
True.
Here's the thing. This is what bothers me. What bothers me about it. He was basically. I was doing a show at Gotham, and it was like, you know, it was a sold out show. I was really excited, and like
was your show?
It was
or?
my show,
Okay.
and they were popping in, and the club asked me if they could pop in. Like, of course. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the best thing ever. Like,
Yeah, it looks good.
George Wallace was the nicest guy ever. Walked
Great
up,
guy.
watched your fucking clips. You were fucking.
Wow.
You're really funny and everything. I'm like, dude, thank you so much for even being here. And I walked up to Seinfeld, and I was like, hey, I just want to say thank you for coming down. And he looked at me, and then just looked away and walked away.
Wow.
Right? And then every
He must
time.
have seen your clips.
Okay,
He saw the clips. He saw the clips.
No. I'm shocked.
saw the
I'm shocked, 'cause
clips.
he's a sweet guy.
And but then I've heard like mixed reviews, mostly not mixed, mostly similar stories. But one thing that I respect about him is that I don't know if it was from you or somebody told me that like he will make sure that you treat him like a normal person. Mm-hmm. Was it you that told me the story like where he goes, now it's time for you to call me to hang out?
No, that wasn't
Was it
me.
you?
I wish he would do that.
Somebody told me he like called somebody. He's like, hey, let's go get some coffee. And then like a week went by, and then he was like, and he called them. He was like, hey, listen, I called you last time to go get some coffee. Now it's time for you to call me to go get coffee.
Oh, wow.
Now, what I respect about that is, as you get more famous and successful and powerful, people start acting inauthentically with you.
Yes.
And he is taking an active role in making sure the people that he wants to bond with treat him like a human being.
Yes.
Which is important for your psyche, and I fucking respect that.
Totally. He's very conscious of that.
Except when he has to do it to other human beings. That's the only part that annoys me. It's like you want that humanity, which you should not fucking admire, because most people, it's hard for them to do that.
Yeah.
But you fucking stomach through that interaction so that you can live normally.
Yeah.
But if then there's something uncomfortable for you.
Well, I wonder, did he know it was your show? Did he know it was you, or did he think you were
I've
just
gone through this whole thing.
an audience member?
I've asked every question.
Because he's very.
I was wearing a Seinfeld shirt.
Well, that doesn't help.
No,
You're
no,
like,
yeah. Okay.
not there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
You're like doing all the
No, I wasn't at all. And then it's just kind of like fun to like
Sure, I
bust
get
his
it.
balls.
I get it. He'll
Yeah.
come on here.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
We got to get Seinfeld on, then hash it out.
That would be amazing.
We got to get Seinfeld on and hash
You
it out.
Have a reason to text him, buddy.
That's right.
Let's go!
He has never not responded to a text. I texted him once. By the way, Chris D's got a funny story about Seinfeld, by the way. But I texted him
Tell
once.
it.
All right, I will.
Was
I
it during 9/11?
It was about that.
No.
It was about that story. All right, I'll tell that one. So the other one sucks. So Chris D does that 9/11 story.
Amazing
goes
story.
viral.
Go check it out on YouTube.
Unbelievable.
Not him telling it on Rogan.
Yes. Yeah, that stunk.
Just the original
Yeah.
one that's available.
He had like 2 beers in him. He was just in the zone.
Yeah.
And he tells his 9/11 story, goes viral on YouTube.
good.
Seinfeld sees it, and he calls Quinn. He goes, who the fuck is this guy? And Quinn's like, oh, that's my buddy. That's Chris D. And he goes, give me his number. Text Chris D. Goes, I just saw the thing. I'm a huge fan. That was amazing. Anything you want to do work, you have an ideas, you have some bits, I want to hear them. I want to be in the Chris D business. So Chris D's like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Amazing.
So he starts texting him bits, but they're Chris D bits. So he's like, Biden's a cuck, AOC's a cunt, fuck the vaccine, and Seinfeld never wrote back. Because he's like the biggest liberal on the planet.
Is he really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Really?
New York Jew liberal guy, yeah, for sure.
But New York Jews are mixing it up, man.
That's true, that's true. That's true with Israel.
Yeah.
No, his wife is big supporter. I don't know about him. Wifey.
Really?
Big fan.
Oh, respect.
Get him on the show. Text
But
him right now.
greatest
so
guy.
interesting.
We sat in a green room for an hour. I was shitting blood for the first 5 minutes because it's Seinfeld. And then he's a car guy, he's a baseball guy, and he's a comedy guy. And he's the most normal dude.
Oh, that makes me happy. Now I feel bad.
No.
Now I feel bad.
He gave me his number, and I was like, I'll never use this. He goes, use it. So,
Wow. What
Now
a
I
dick.
feel bad, dude.
Yeah.
What a dick, dude.
Great guy.
Didn't we always say this?
Seinfeld is dead.
We always said this. You guys would link up and you would have the best time. You'd be like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
I think so.
I really think that.
There are parts of him that I absolutely appreciate. And like even just watching the Comedians in Cars show, there
Yes.
are parts that you see, like there's not a lot of room for bullshit.
No, he's very direct, very blunt.
And I respect that about Joe too. Like Rogan, there's just not a lot of
Yes.
room for it. And I get it. I imagine you get to a certain point in like your life and your career where you don't have to tolerate it.
Right.
So it's like, why am I going to do this fake thing that is fake?
Yeah.
Like we had a thing on the podcast with Joe. We were doing fake conspiracy theories, and then he goes, I think we're being bullshitters right now. And he just called out what we were doing because we felt guilty about doing it. And I like that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people won't do that because they want to be liked or whatever it is. We all have that in us.
I think that's why he's so successful is because people can see that about him. Like every comic goes, I'm going on Joe's show. And you go, congrats, but he doesn't laugh. So buckle up. But that sucks. But then you look at the opposite of that, and it's Fallon going, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You got socks and sandals. What are you? You're half gay. Oh, you're trans. You know. And everybody's like, what the fuck is this? This guy's dying laughing for no reason. And then you watch Joe, and it's just, you know, let's do 20 minutes on monkeypox and where that shit came from. And that's what people want.
Yeah. Have you had monkeypox?
Not yet. I'm hoping. I heard it's a gay thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is true, actually.
That's what I heard.
This is my favorite thing about it, is it like they did the same AIDS thing without even knowing it?
I know. That's my
Has somebody
first
done a
thought.
bit about that?
No, that's all yours.
But isn't there like, you know how first with AIDS we're like, I think it's like these gay sex parties, everything's going crazy, like these gay people got to hold on. And then the first thing with monkeypox are like, definitely gay sex parties. Berlin, these gay guys are fucking monkeys. Absolutely. I don't know. We make the same mistakes over and over again.
I know. Well, we're the same people. We act like we're all, everybody's entitled now. In the words of Michael Che, we're all coming eggs. You know, it's just the same shit. There's a philosopher in ancient Greece going, these kids today, I'll tell you. And then we do it. And then we think we're so different. I mean, there is the internet now, so that changes things. But we're all the same.
I wonder if we're on...
That's the reason we can watch Squid Game and get it. They're Korean. I don't know any of those fucking weirdos, but we're the same.
Yeah. But you know how like there's like a, you know, everybody talks about like there's like this social credit score in like China or whatever like that. Like I wonder if we have that, and it's
totally
social media.
that.
Like we don't realize we have it, but like you saying something fucked up in the past is going to affect your opportunities. That's China.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you criticize the CCP or whatever it is, you're not going to get that job with the government.
Right.
We have that here, but we think we're, like, so free and everything. We're not forgiving shit that happened 10 years ago.
That's a great point.
So we have this like, free version of a social credit score. Oh, you did some off-color bit? Mark, I don't know if we can do something with you on NBC anymore.
Yeah, right. But I think this is why comedy is so popular right now, because we go, yeah, Rogan had an N-word whatever scandal, but he's still going.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, there's people going, what the hell? He should be taken down. He did that. And you go, yeah, but we don't care. So we still have the we don't care, especially with comedy. If you have enough of a community. I think you need the community. You need the community, which is what we're all trying to build.
And that's what happened with Shane, is he got famous before community.
Yes!
If Shane was like the standout fucking star on SNL and then this thing came up, I don't think he gets canned. Because I think SNL goes, we know who he is. Look at all this material. Look at all these sketches. This is who he really is. Now, like, we look at Shane now. We look at Shane now, we go, that was a gross mischaracterization of Shane. Look how funny this guy is, and he is not that at all because we have all the material. Back then, that was the only thing that existed from Shane.
That's all we knew about him.
It was like a Rolling Stone article saying he's in SNL, and then the best Asian accent ever. Right?
So you're a fan.
But that's what it is, right? It's like,
yeah, it actually worked out better this way, that he got canned. Because there's a...
Don't say that to him.
Wait, really?
He doesn't like hearing that.
I think that he likes where he is now.
He does, but he doesn't like that whole, getting canceled helped you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You can say
it empowered him, I think, in the sense of like he had to take things in his own hands, and that's how you found out how funny Shane was. Because if Shane is on SNL, I don't think he's putting out that special at the Creek, and I don't think you're seeing... I don't think he gets to put... Son, I watched Isis Toyota. I texted him like a month ago for the first time. That sketch.
Hilarious.
I was fucking howling. I airplayed it, made my wife rewatch it with me. Like, he's not going to put that on SNL.
No. And they could use it, by the way.
Yeah, they could. But it empowered him to be like, all right, well, let me just do this on my own. And then you got to see what Shane really was.
Yeah.
SNL would have like held on too tight.
I agree with you 100%. I also understand where Shane's come from, which is like... Because I'm sure he's going... Well, maybe I would have done great there too.
And that's what he says.
Like, and why, honestly, when I see someone succeed independently, I go, there's no reason to show why you wouldn't do well as part of an institution right? There's no reason why, because you've proven you could do it yourself. As long as you were given that same opportunity over there, you would. The only way you wouldn't is if you weren't given that same opportunity.
Right. So
You see
how
what I'm
could you
saying?
know? Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like, if they said, hey, Shane, run it, do these.
Yeah, and he probably feels like, dog, that was one of the worst experiences of my life. Don't brush it off and say, hey, it's all good, it worked out for the best. It sucked.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it did work out for the best.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not brushing it off like it wasn't awful to go through, or you would have done poorly on SNL. But whatever happened, you did do the best. I think it was the best thing in terms of like getting to showcase your talents.
But it also worked out that he's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, the special is good. Like he could have gotten fired and then just been
Yo, that's
pushed
the
off
thing.
into the ether.
Funny wins, bro. It's
funny
like,
wins.
I
Thank God.
look at fucking, like every time you see a George Bush clip,
Oh yeah.
and it's like, every time it's funny. The same thing happened with Trump. It's like, every time it's funny.
I know.
And it's hard to like hate somebody who makes you laugh. You can hate somebody who makes you think. Like, there's like a, Jordan Peterson is like a very thoughtful guy, and he says these things are really interesting. You like read the book, you're like, oh, I should clean my fucking house or whatever. Like, and that's great. But if he does one thing to annoy you, you're like, oh, fuck this guy telling me to clean my fucking
You can be
room.
too smart. You can be too cool.
You can't be too funny, bro.
You can't be too funny. You can be too almost everything.
That's great. Amazing.
Except funny.
That's great.
Yeah.
No one's like Mr. Bean's a dick.
Yeah.
He's just a funny
Because
weirdo.
all he's been is funny.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you venture out into, I don't know, I want to say like, not being a provocateur, but being like an ideologue, like then you can kind of run people the wrong way.
Yeah.
And that's the tricky thing I think about people like.
Because the funny gets lost.
Because the funny gets lost. Like I think Carlin was so appreciated maybe by us and the people before us because we knew how funny he was. And I think new people that find the end of Carlin, they're like, but he's not saying jokes or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like your funniest friend saying something thoughtful in conversation.
Right, right.
It's almost more profound because you're like, yo, I'm just used to this guy being funny.
That's true.
And now he's being really interesting.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about, I'm a huge Carlin nut, but I love that the left and the right both claim him. And I'm like, he hated both of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But they all claim it. I'm like, he said the N-word in a bunch of
Wild
jokes.
N-word
Wild
joke.
N-word.
Yeah, like
He
called black people the N-word in the joke.
In the joke.
Yeah.
And it kills. It's a great joke. And then he has a joke about it, like, I call feminists cum catchers. Whenever I go to these feminist meetings, I go, suck my dick and cook me dinner, sweetheart, all this shit. And the left is like, woo, this guy's awesome. He's great. He's all about this and that. And then he also attacked climate change. He's like, climate change bullshit, where the planet will be fine.
Really?
Yeah, and then he was a big free speech guy, and he was a big like, hey, you guys are fucking up the language. They trick you with the language. They tell me what I can't say. So he was all over the place, but everybody tries to claim him.
Now, why do you think they want to claim him?
Well, I think he's a good guy. I think he's a hero kind of at the end of the day, and he had great points. So if you find a great point that fits your narrative, you want to put it out there.
And I think, yeah. It's like, we just need one soundbite.
Exactly. He's got 14-hour specials.
Yeah.
You take that 3-minute bit.
This abortion joke is brilliant. And right now we're dealing with abortion, and this guy said it in the best, most like potent, funny
And he does
way.
go out the right in that bit, so he's left wing. He's our guy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we just want motherfuckers who agree with us.
I know.
I feel that way about my wife, bro. Like sometimes I'll be riding home, I'll be like, I hope we agree tonight, bro.
Oh, so true, so
right?
true.
Like that would be a great night of just agreeing.
And then you'll fake agreeants just to get through
to
it.
get to agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
But why
how
don't you just
dope
choose
is-
to agree?
Say again?
Just choose to agree.
She'd be wrong, bro.
She hated Top Gun.
Nah, she was into that, but I was looking over to see if she was a fucking traitor like you, bro.
I liked it. I'm just saying, it was cheese.
Maybe it was a little cheese, Norman, but still,
I'm
Shifty,
okay with cheese.
You're young, and you're not on mic, but say it loud. What did you think about Top Gun?
Don't be afraid of your job.
Yeah, you don't get fired no matter what.
I think it was cool. I mean, I thought it was like
I'm already heartbroken.
80s Americana was really sick, but also like
Yeah,
some
son.
like corny
Son.
shit, but it was also sick.
Can I tell you something? This kid's 19 years old. He's brilliant. He's awesome.
He looked at Top Gun like a fucking Norman Rockwell painting.
It's pretty. It is pretty.
I love the Americana
Can I tell you
aspect
something
of
that
it.
drives me fucking crazy? This kid does. I'll just be having normal conversation. I'll be really trying to communicate, bro. Like I'm talking to people from all different age groups here, and I'll be trying to communicate, and I'll just hear him snicker. like that. Like he'll just start laughing at me being serious. That enrages me, bro. I'm like, did I use a word wrong? Like, am I using slang incorrectly? Like, what the fuck is going on? And it's just nonstop snickering.
You're the boomer.
What the fuck,
You know,
bro?
it's like the little kids laughing at their stepdad.
You didn't see that coming when you walked out of Top Gun saying that's the perfect movie?
No. I didn't say. I first said that was cinema. I said, that was cinema, bro. Because it was cinema. It was absolutely beautiful.
What about movies? Is that done for you guys? Like, my girl's younger than me, and she can't even get through a fucking movie.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, she's...
How old is she? I'm trying to get
I'm 38. She's 30.
Okay.
So it's like...
Decent.
It's just phone, TikTok all day, and then I'm like, oh, you got to see it. And she's like, what happened? I'm like, this is an amazing movie. This is like a classic. Can't get
that
through
shit
it.
don't work, bro.
Doesn't work.
It's generational, but then there's certain things that they could watch for a fucking hour. Like she could probably watch TikTok for 2 fucking
Blows my
hours
mind.
straight. Like
Blows my fucking mind. Dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
All day long.
This is-
90 Day Fiance, 5
forever.
hours.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Any documentary like The Staircase or some shit like that, she's watching nonstop. But you try to bring her to like Shawshank Redemption or something like that.
Yes.
That's
my
a
wife didn't
dude-ass
like
movie.
Shawshank
Really?
Redemption. I'm not gonna lie, she liked it. But still, like an older movie that we fucked with.
Yeah.
Have you tried to get her to watch old stand-up? She likes stand-up, I'm assuming, because
That,
she
I
likes
didn't even try because I knew it would not work.
Yo, watch Delirious with your wife who's in her 20s.
Oh, mind explode, ears
dude.
bleed.
Bro, the first thing, he's looking at my ass.
Yeah.
There's not even a joke.
Right.
He's just going, stop looking at my ass. It gets
Also
hot.
in the gayest outfit ever.
And he's on SNL. He's like the star of SNL. Shane Gilsbunch watched that and be like, oh,
What
things
the
are...
fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
yeah.
Now, do you think that's an age thing or is that just a woman thing? Like, were women going to see Top Gun in the 80s in the theater being like, I love this
That's
movie?
a good question.
Yes,
You think so?
I do think so.
You had to see it to talk.
I do think so.
You don't know.
I think Top Gun is a bad example because it's the perfect movie. And it's rare that they make the perfect movie twice.
That's a great point.
But
Something they got back into an F-14.
that shit was so fire, bro. Because they subtly put in the beginning, they're like, they got some old relics out there, even
Yeah,
in
yeah,
F-14.
yeah, yeah.
And I remember seeing that part,
That-
I was like, I bet he gonna drive that fucking F-14. And I told my wife too, like, it's just me and her, we got in a nice little fight right before the movie, so that's how you know it was good, because it was like, I started being friends with her again.
What was she saying? I don't want to see this fucking movie? What was it like?
I know, some dumb shit probably. And then,
No, I wasn't listening.
Yeah. And I remember something happened. They landed on that like base. You guys don't know. You didn't see it. But I remember doing this fucking corny thing in the movie. Like, this is how you know I was being a fucking child. I was like, he's going for the F-14.
Are you the dude that tries to say the plot every time the movie's happening?
If I know it.
I'm that guy.
I want my girl to think I'm brilliant, bro. I want my girl to think I'm
Every
brilliant.
movie you go, I bet you he actually dies at the end.
That's me.
too.
That's me.
You're
That's
that
me.
guy,
Too,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I do. Like
You want to impress her any way you can.
No, I want her to think I'm smart. I want her to
Yeah.
think
What do you
Comics,
think
yo.
she's thinking?
Yeah.
She's watching the movie like, wow, this guy gets writing.
Yo, you know what?
I'm gonna fuck him tonight.
I didn't think about it like that. I did not think about it like that, and it is absolutely pathetic that I care that much. But I do care. I want my wife to think I'm cool. I want her to
I
think.
want somebody to like my writing.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Wait, you don't try to impress your wife, bro?
I don't know what the fuck's happening
don't
anytime I
watch
watch a
movies.
movie, bro. I watch a
No,
movie,
but you
I'm
guys
like,
do like P90X or whatever. Like you try to do. What is this shit that he
You're
does?
huge, man. You're ripped.
Come on, dude.
But what does he do? What is it? You do P90X.
Yeah.
So don't you try to like if there's another dude killing you in the class?
I don't
you
try to
do
foreshadow
better?
that class. Like, I think at the end, we're going to be tired. Like, I don't do that. I'm not, like, I don't spoil the ending of the class.
That's spoiled ending, but don't you want her to think that you're great? Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but what about watching a movie and spoiling it means you're great?
Because you called it out. Like
And now she thinks you're
nailed it.
smart. You said something she couldn't think of.
Nostradamus wasn't impressive.
You never thought about this?
No,
Good point.
well, like I have.
You did
first off-
magic.
That
You
is
did
true.
magic
That is
as a
true.
kid.
I love
Why?
magic.
So people
Magic
could
is
think you're
awesome.
interesting.
Yeah, of
So they
course.
could think you're cool.
Yes, I was the youngest of
You
the
never
kids.
tried no magic with your girl?
I do.
Never. What'd you
I do
do?
magic.
what is it?
Oh man, I make my boner disappear sometimes. I do that
With your girl?
Yeah, that's true.
How do you do that? How do you do that? Come on. Yeah.
You got this.
He had an alley-oop. He had an alley-oop. I make my pee-pee go bye-bye. I'm making my pee-pee go bye-bye. right, guys, we're gonna take a break for a second because I gotta tell y'all about cuts, okay? I'm not talking about circumcisions. I'm talking about the best motherfucking shirts, hoodies, shorts, pants, essentials in the business, honestly. I'm being honest with you right now. Am I not being honest? I'm telling you, they feel great, you look amazing. Simple as that. Look classy. Look classy when you wear your essentials. Some of y'all are out in the fucking Hanes shirt. Grow up. You're adults right now.
Now, this is actually good quality.
This
actually
is the
fits
good
well.
shit.
Great quality. It's a great purchase.
Amen. You just got to pay attention to what we're saying right now is this is the beautiful stuff that you need to look good in your essentials and be ready for whatever it is. You're out in your essentials, walking the dog, all of a sudden you get a business meeting, you got to meet somebody for coffee right now for $1 million deal, but you got your cuts on, you're ready to go. Simple as that. Cuts got you. And I'll be honest, I think that we can get them a deal on the cuts.
You think so?
I think we might be able to get them a deal.
What you thinking?
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking right now, if you see for yourself why Cuts is one of the fastest growing men's brands with over 1 million shirts sold, think about that. Them's big numbers. I think we can get them 15% off their first order.
15.
I think we can do 15% off their first order going to cutsclothing.com/flagrant. That's CUTS clothing.com/flagrant. Get all your essentials covered. You never have to worry about a single essential again when you go to Cuts. Now let's get back to the show. All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because I got to save y'all some money for free. You're welcome. I mean, like, literally, I'm saving you money for free. You're welcome. Honey got your back. It's very simple. You ever go to pay for some shit online and they go, do you have a coupon code? But your dumbass doesn't have a coupon code, dumbass fucking idiot.
What an idiot.
Those coupon codes exist on the internet, you dumb fucking freak.
Find them.
Okay? The point is, right now, you could get all those coupon codes immediately put in.
Yeah.
Use the browser extension Honey, right? You literally use it. It's that simple. Go to the top right corner. Do some Honey shit, all right? Imagine you're shopping. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites. When you check out, the Honey button drops down, okay? Drop down, get your eagle on, and then all you have to do is click apply coupons while you're getting your eagle on.
What?
Wait a few seconds. As Honey searches for coupons, it can find for that site. Literally, it's gonna search the whole internet for all the coupons for your site and get his eagle on. And then if Honey finds a working coupon, all you need to do is just watch the prices drop down and get their eagle on as well.
I've used it. Bought shoes, save
This
money.
Motherfucker use it, bought shoes, save money, okay?
What?
Simple as that. So, if you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds.
What?
And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this podcast. I'd never recommend something that I don't use. Plain and simple. Honey has got your back, and right now you can get Honey for free. Joinhoney.com/flagrant. That's joinhoney.com/flagrant. You know you're gonna use it. I mean, let's just be honest. It's free shit on the internet. Let's get back to the show.
Back to the show.
I do get why Shifty laughs at you for the record.
Why?
Because
What do I do?
Because you do generationally get a lot of things wrong.
Like what, for example?
Well, the ick, first off. You know about,
yeah, do I know about the ick?
Wait, why do you know
I
about
didn't know
the
about this either.
I've tried to rehash, and they go, "Oh, you're already icked."
Get out of here.
I'm telling you, it's a thing. I tried
This
to
is
explain this
big.
guy for weeks.
Big, get
I
a
don't
lady in
believe
here.
it.
She'll tell you all about it.
I don't believe in this. This is prior to your success?
Oh yeah, this is standard. This is a female thing.
Yeah, but this is before your success. This is when you're not successful. The ick exists.
Yes.
The real ick is you're not successful, and she's looking for a justification.
Success can overcome ich.
Without
I think so too.
100%. Well, what kind of success are you talking
Well, like
about?
if you're like a successful
If you're like
salesman.
sick at P90X,
Yeah,
you're just
if you're
killing
a great
it in the
magician.
class.
I'm actually one of the best magicians in America. Okay?
Magicians get laid.
Yeah, thank you.
They
That's
fuck
my
boys.
point. Make the
Tiny little boys.
make the PP appear. It's a different trick.
BB's going off.
That's a small wand.
Okay, go.
But like most people are like insurance salesmen, or like they do like a job where it's just
Right.
kind of regular. You know what I mean? Not everyone's like a world famous comedian.
Oh, so their ick, yeah, I'm saying the ick applies to them, yeah.
But they're not successful. They just have a regular job.
But maybe they're very successful in that job.
Yeah.
If you're like a finance bro, I don't think the ick applies.
No, it still applies.
I think it applies.
These girls be shitting on finance bros all the time and then
That's
dating
the
them.
thing about women. They always go,
Like,
he's
get outta here,
a
like-
frat guy, he's a douche. These guys get laid constantly.
Married. Married
To
every
someone,
single
to
time.
someone.
Yeah, that girl. That girl.
The biggest douche
That
in high
girl.
school, the bully, always had the hottest girl every
Yeah,
time.
come on.
So something's going on there with the ladies.
Yeah.
But I
mean-
do think the ick exists.
Okay, why? Who icked you?
I've been icked. I mean, girl, because here's what happens. You
What'd
blow
you do?
them off, you
Yeah,
ghost them.
what was the
And
ick?
they go, what was I thinking with that guy? And they have to like do this biological thing. It's internal. It's like lady shit, you know, nature shit, where they're like, I have to be turned off by that guy now because I can't let him fuck me again.
But that's not the ick, dog. You icked her. You
Yeah,
ghosted her.
They can ick on my ick. Because then if I come back, they're like, no, I've already icked you.
No, they're just smart.
Maybe. But
No,
they
the
find me
ick
gross.
Mark is talking about, we talked about a couple weeks ago, is like this guy can be really hot or you're really into him, but then he does one thing, and like a subtle thing.
Yes.
Like he puts Splenda in his coffee.
Yes.
Ick. I'm out.
Ick. Oh, that's an ick too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
all
it
these
meant-
kinds of things. Not necessarily you treat them poorly, just like you do things like that.
I thought it was a girl fucks you and then later realized like that was a huge mistake. What was I thinking fucking that guy? He's so ugly and gross. What was
No,
I
it's
attracted
one
to?
little
Yeah.
thing.
He flushes the toilet with his foot.
Yeah, that's regret. That's just regret.
I regret. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a lot of those. But ick is real too.
Back in your dating days, you ever bring a girl to a show and then bomb at the show?
Yes,
What happens?
brutal. Then she would leave with fucking Dave Attell. But yeah, I definitely had that. And you know, every now and then it would go well. It was like doing well in front of a lady was like you got a huge 80% boost.
Yeah.
Like if getting laid is you got to 100%, you got an 80% boost, and just had to not fuck it up.
Yeah, it's very rare on a date for a random person that like 300 people just clap for them.
Exactly.
And if you did, you'd probably get laid.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
And you got the free drinks. You give them to her.
And then what happens when you bomb? You come off stage and you're like, normally goes better.
Yeah.
Like, what do you
I would
say?
never bring girls to shows.
Yeah,
I
it seems
couldn't
crazy.
imagine.
I couldn't imagine.
Really?
I never
do it
bring
all the
girls.
time.
I never brought
imagine.
friends. Like that's work. Like yeah, you come out when it's like I'm headlining or something like that. But like I don't even bring my wife. Like if maybe like if like we're going to dinner or something like that, whatever. But like that's work. Like that is. I want to fucking say the thing that might bomb, and I don't want to be thinking in the back of my head, this person that I really admire is here.
And they don't know.
They don't know the situation. They don't know anything.
They
Like,
don't know that a bomb is going to happen. You're just due for a bomb at a
Right.
certain point.
Yeah.
They see you that night, it happens to be your night, they just walk out being like, I guess this guy sucks.
Right.
Yep.
And
they
it's like, saying, like every NBA player has an off night. This is just what it is.
Like
It's
you
just
never
a
had like
fucking game.
somebody like
Yeah.
come to your show and like they're like they might talk about the host in a way, and you have to
Yeah.
explain like you have to understand like the audience is cold and it's
Right,
harder to warm them up. It's they don't know. They're like that person made me laugh. That person didn't make me laugh.
Yeah. But I'm not doing it every night. I mean, you do it once every 3 months. You bring a gal to a show, and it was a fun event.
But you picked that show.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're not doing it at a bar
hand
show.
selected.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
It's 10 p.m. at the Village
Exactly.
Underground.
Exactly.
You got a nice cushy spot.
a third.
Following a broad.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
That's the move.
Yeah, I guess it does. Are
you single?
Help.
I'm not married.
You're married?
Everybody here's married, Mark.
Holy, well, not
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's basically married.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, me too. Basically,
Did you pick out the ring with her
I had help.
from her friends?
Yes.
Hating asses.
Yeah.
But she liked the ring?
Loves the ring.
Because sometimes her friends are haters and they don't want her to get a better ring.
Oh,
On purpose?
That's fucked up.
That's wild.
That's diabolical.
I thought she would just tell her friends what ring she wants.
Yeah, but then her friends are like, she don't really want that shit. She want that little pear-shaped one or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that, I don't know. I don't trust that. I don't trust that. There's a little infighting and stuff, you know?
There's a lot of infighting.
Yeah. Women are like comics.
all women.
Yeah, all women.
They're insufferable.
Okay, so November wedding, you lock it down. Bachelor party?
Yeah, we're going to Florida.
What
Hell
part?
yeah.
We're gonna go. Well, we're doing Tampa. We're selling.
I'll be a side splitter.
We sold out 3 shows.
I knew it was fucking weekend.
It's paid for the whole weekend. We got jet
So
skis.
you're
We got a house.
performing that night?
We're performing the first night. We're getting there, making a boatload of money. We charge crazy tickets. Sold out already.
Yeah.
Taking that moolah, going right to this giant. We got a villa. We got jet skis. We got donkeys.
that'll be fun.
We got a magician. Yeah. It's gonna be wild.
This is how white people do bachelor parties. That's the
Yo, you just need one foreign-sounding thing. Villa. This house, dog. Ain't nothing different.
It's a house, yeah. It's an Airbnb. But it's going to be nuts.
Tampa.
I don't know what you want. What do you want? Dolphins and a petting zoo? I mean, it's going to be...
Al, what do you want for your bachelor party?
No, like, what's that movie in Vegas? Like,
Hangover?
Hey, yeah, something like that.
Well, I can do that on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I go to Vegas all the time.
Doesn't flex.
Oh, yeah.
You want your people there. No phones, no video.
What about Colombia? You ever tried the food in Colombia?
I feel bad making a bunch of guys go over to Colombia.
Nah, they got great food there. The cuisine is phenomenal.
Is this a cocaine bit?
It's a choose your own adventure. You can insert anything
I
in
wasn't
there.
thinking cocaine. To be honest with you.
I got it.
Say it with me, the kids.
Got it. Yeah. Kids, well, I'll F at a 14. Top Gun.
I'll F a 14.
Top Gun callback.
That's your Tomcat.
Yo, come on, bro. Shifty, did you see that? Exactly, bro. These kids don't know nothing, dude.
They can't keep up.
They can't fucking keep
They
up.
call us old and boomer. Come on, man. You don't have a pube. I'm just kidding. I will say the drug use with children is not children.
Staggering.
Yeah, I feel like
do you
you
mean?
guys aren't fucking, statistic-wise. You're not fucking and you're not doing drugs.
And the drug choice is really interesting with them.
Well, it's Adderall. It's all the prescription shit.
Also, disassociative drugs like ketamine.
Oh, is that big now?
So in other words, just like separate me from this thing
Interesting.
that I have to live. Like Adderall kind of like locks you in even more. And I think that they do that all the time. Going to fucking school is just like so normalized, not even like a drug. But just this like create a barrier between life and me. And I think that could be. I was talking to Che about this on Idiots. Che was on Brilliant Idiots podcast I do with Charlemagne.
Yeah.
And then like, and he was saying something about like even like all these people that shot up these mass shootings and that kind of stuff. He's like, I just think it's the internet. And we're like, what are you talking about? And he's like, it's just would any of these people do it if they didn't see it on the internet? He's like, this is people trying to one up each other.
I think I completely agree.
It's like
copycats.
How do crazy people one up?
Yes.
We know how comics one up. We know how baseball players one up. We know how basketball players one up. Oh, you drop 40, I'm gonna drop 50. Like, what is the crazy version of that?
Right.
And
That's great.
I thought it was
40, I'm gonna drop 50.
real talk.
I mean, look at Tony Hawk with the 900. I used to skateboard. That was like everything. That was the biggest deal. I watched it live when it happened. And now 10-year-olds are doing 900s in their driveway.
There's a what is the there's a term for this. Like the guy that broke the
Roger
4 minute
Bannister.
mile.
Yeah.
what is it about? And it's like there's
Once he did it, everybody did it.
yeah.
There is a term, yeah.
What is it, Mark? You know.
I don't know what the term is.
Hey,
4 minute mile.
But we
right?
got on this topic from school shootings.
yeah, I don't know why we're talking about it. Let's get back to school shootings.
It's a 4 minute mile of school
Okay, go.
I have a way to solve school shootings, or at least an idea.
Okay, here we go.
All right, now feel free to kick me in the balls here, Shifty. But these guys, I don't think you should be able to buy, like, I'm not a gun guy, but I get it. You have a you live in Montana, you need a rifle to shoot a bear coming towards you, whatever it is. But these AR whatevers and these AK-47, I don't think anybody really needs that. And if you buy one, you should have to post about it. You should have to post about it, almost like a wedding where you go, if anyone has any problems, object now. So some guy posts about it. He goes, I got to do this to buy the gun. I have to post about it online, social media.
And then everybody in the neighborhood goes, nah, that motherfucker can't have an AR-15.
Yes,
this
that
guy's
guy
crazy.
fucked my dog in '88 or whatever it is, you know, and you go, no, don't give him a gun. He fucked my dog. So now we got a thing.
That's great.
That's an idea. You should have to post about it.
Okay, push back, Mark.
Please.
What if you don't have a community or any friends on the internet?
Ooh, so now you're posting about it.
Then you shouldn't have a gun because you're a fucking murderer in the making.
That's my point.
Yo, what if this is the rule to getting a gun? You just need 3 friends that can co-sign.
Yeah, you need a reference. It's like
There
a job.
you
You
go.
can't get into the Comedy Cellar without somebody vouching for you.
Right.
Why? You just need a vouch. You
can't get a job
If your
without
dad
references,
says
yeah.
you can get a gun, if your mom says, if a friend, even if it's a friend who also has a gun who is 18 years old, if you had 2 vouches, because if you have 2 friends, you ain't shooting that shit up.
Yeah. Well, what about Columbine?
How many were they?
3 or 4?
Oh, that's 3 on 3.5 course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And all 6 of them shot that thing up?
I think so,
Well, that was the difference with your generation.
Only two.
Oh, only 2.
But the Trenchcoat Mafia may have been. Was it?
That was
That's the rock bit. I saw the Euro picture. There was 6 of them.
Yeah.
That's 3 on.
But it was
3.5.
2 that actually did the work.
Klebold and someone else.
All right, so what I'm saying, you have 3 friends that vouch for you. Now, granted, you can probably pay people on the internet to come vouch for you, but their name is also on it. So now your name is on these bodies.
That's good.
I'm just saying some sort of like system where people can start. You basically want a system where people go, yo, that guy might be crazy.
Yes.
We want to out the crazy before it happens.
Yes. You
I
gotta
don't
go
think
public.
that's not wrong.
Yeah, you gotta go public. You want one of these assault rifles or whatever.
But even if it's a 9mm, you can still get the job done.
That's true. That's true.
Right? Like, that's the thing. Like, I read some crazy statistic, and maybe it's like suicides are incorporated in this, but like the majority of shootings are not the AR-15s, it's handguns. And I think suicides are included, so that
I
starts
think
to
mass
skew it.
shootings, tend to be AR-15s.
Mass shootings, AR-15s. Still, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to do, man.
But it keeps happening because it keeps happening.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Maybe we need to unplug. I think that was Che's point, is like maybe there needs to be. He's like, back in the day, you read the newspaper and then you just looked outside. And it was like, maybe that was better. Maybe just having less to consume. Because I don't know if it's anxiety. I think my consumption might be a little different than the average fucking kid. Like, I'm not consuming anxiety all day. And if I am, I'm trying to remove it because I don't want to feel that.
Yeah.
But maybe these kids that don't fucking know anybody, we're in our 30s, bro. These fucking kids are 19 years old, and every single tweet that comes up or news headline is like, the world's ending. That might be difficult.
Of course. They have to be on their phone. They live on their phones. Their whole social life is on their phones.
Yeah.
So they can't get away from it. And then it's news, news, news. And then, like, Mulaney just had Chappelle open. You see that?
Yeah.
And the fucking, the news is to blame because they'll take 3 tweets from 3 angry people and go, this is a story now. It's not a fucking story. 3 queefs got upset. We gotta cater to them.
Yeah.
You know how many people saw that and went, oh shit, Chappelle's coming out, you know? Like
Most.
Yeah, that's the difference between like what gets clicks, because we'll even talk about that.
Right.
And whoever's reporting on that knows that shit gets clicks.
Exactly. And that's pretty gross.
All right, before we get out of here, Mark, we got some feelings, no facts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can bust these out. Okay, this happened in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, shit.
This girl gets cheated on, and then this is her retaliation against her boyfriend.
Oh, I saw this. She got arrested for this shit.
Good.
Yeah.
What's the charge? Littering? I mean,
theft, maybe?
I think it's just
Oh,
destruction
maybe
of
theft.
property and theft.
Yeah.
Yeah, dumps it in the river. Justified for cheating, yes or no?
I mean, who videotaped it? That's the wild thing.
She got a friend.
Like, she wanted the clout.
Yeah. No,
Like,
she posted it.
She posted it.
She posted herself.
He cheated, so I threw his mom's ashes in the river.
Yo, do you know what this is?
Maybe he was Indian and it was the Ganges.
Exactly. Yeah. How do we know?
Do it properly. Go to India. Don't do it in Fort Worth, fucking Texas.
Just saying.
that'd be funny if the guy was home like, this is my fucking ashtray.
What do you think? Justified or no?
Nah, not justified. But I think this goes back to what we were saying before about like the mass shootings. Is like, there's a trend to like do fucked up shit to the guy that cheats on you. Oh, I keyed his car.
Oh, that's the John Tucker must die shit.
John Tucker. They made a whole movie out of it.
Another
Like,
movie, he read the Wikipedia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This girl cheats on a guy.
fucking guy.
That's what it's about.
But like, I'm gonna
He
cut
kills
up his
himself?
sneakers. I'm gonna like ruin his clothes or whatever like that. You see all these things, and then it goes viral, and then girls go, "Okay, what would I do in that?" Yeah, man, maybe that's it. Maybe we're all trying to get attention by one-upping each other,
Yes.
and this is the next level. I mean, that's foul. That's your grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
she
kill
didn't
you.
do anything.
I'll kill you.
That's his mom.
That's my mom's
That's a
ashes.
straight up mom.
Yeah.
What? You would kill her?
I would kill her.
No, you would.
Allegedly, you would allegedly kill her.
I would kill her.
But can we just think about how big the ashtray would have to be for Akash's mom, bro? To fit in that shit, bro, them shits would be crazy, dog. No, you would need one of them pots, bro, that Aladdin hid in, bro. You would need one of them crazy fucking
Another reason you
things,
deserve
bro.
to die, yo.
Nah, she couldn't lift it. She couldn't be able to lift that.
It would have had to be plotted.
No way,
She'd
bro.
have
They're called
planned ahead of
heavies.
time.
Exactly.
Okay.
2 urns.
What else we got, Mark?
So this is an interesting one. This is related to the ick. So basically, there's a new challenge of toxic femininity that's out in the world.
I love this.
And we talked about the ick last time. We talk about toxic femininity all the time. This is another one.
That's my favorite thing that women do is toxic femininity.
So we can go through a couple of these. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. We can edit out the bad
Okay,
ones.
run it.
But basically, this is a rating and then an issue that they have with the guy and how much that drops his rating.
Okay.
Oh, this is fascinating.
So I'll play it. We can play the rating and then what the issue is, and then you guys judge how much you think that drops.
Let's go.
Ready? Here we go.
All right, since you guys love the game so much, here's round 3. Okay, he's a 10, but he clapped after the Top Gun movie ended?
10.5. He's 11. He's 11. He's an 11. That's a man. It's a man's man. It's a patriot. It's someone who loves his country. Someone who loves Tom Cruise. Someone who loves airplanes.
Agreed. You think he goes up?
He goes up.
Oh.
Don't you want a man that's passionate, a man that will sacrifice for you and sacrifice for country?
This is what the women
I
said.
bet you give a standing O at the fucking movie.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I went like, and I swear to God on my life, the first time I watched it, I swear to God on my life, and it wasn't even a packed theater. I went like this, when they came up the mountain, I went, let's go. I swear to God on my life, I did that. I fished, and I went, let's go.
What did you wear? Did you dress up?
Say again?
You dressed up?
Yeah.
What'd you wear?
Say again?
What'd you wear?
You know what? I wore the shit that Tom Cruise slid into the room with. I just wore the button-down shirt and socks, bro. I wore a button-down shirt and socks.
Oh, risky business.
All right, so this is what they said. The clap to the end of Tom Cruise. How does it affect your rating?
Still a 10.
Still a 10. Almost 11.
Thank you, ladies. Y'all get it?
Okay, here's another one.
Okay, he's a 5, but he smells delicious.
5.
That adds so
6.
much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7.
8, maybe.
What?
8. Damn.
Yeah, Mark's soul just left his body. Look how hard this man is.
Can't smell this guy, bro.
Who says I smell bad?
Wow.
Who says I smell bad? That's good, right?
Oh, he just went up to a 2.
Thank you.
Man, that smells good. What is that?
No, it's musk, okay? It's
No,
it's what
that's
men
cologne.
smell. Oh yeah, it's an Old Spice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That my issue is I wore natural deodorant forever.
Oh, big
that shit
mistake.
just didn't really.
That's your excuse.
Yes.
What about the no showering?
Yeah.
Who has time to shower? How do you guys shower all the time?
I barely shower.
Thank
too.
you. Right?
I'm such an idiot when you said I thought Elon Musk had a cologne. I was like, oh shit, damn, what is this?
Yeah, dude. All right.
He's a 7, but he loves Hallmark movies.
Oh, that's a 6.
10.
Goes back.
You think he
down.
goes up?
And
4.
10.
Down.
4.
6.
These bitches ain't watching nothing. They're lying.
2-point deduction.
Down.
He's an 8, but he will occasionally throw temper tantrums.
10.
That's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Christmas Bale.
10.
10.
Yeah, you love the passion. Shorty loves the passion on the right.
5.
5.
4.
She's been hit.
Nah.
He's a 6, but he can dance.
Oh, come on now.
8.
9.
Black.
I mean, it could be square dancing.
He's
You
a
never
9, but he runs up the stairs on all 4s.
Nah, that's fun.
9. Stays.
Wow.
Okay, Una reversing it. He's a 9, but he thinks it's a gourmet meal when he cooks like rice, chicken, and broccoli. And that's like what he'll do every time.
I mean, you're hating right now.
Yeah, guys cooking.
Good rice chicken.
Hey, what's wrong with? I mean, Asians done stayed alive off of rice chicken and broccoli.
Yes, BTS.
You can say a 9. Oh.
Like that's all he can cook.
I mean, he thinks that like
That's
he's,
like, that's the
his
gourmet
That's his
meal.
skill level.
Does your generation cook
Maybe
shifty?
7. 6, 7.
This is
7.
fascinating because they haven't mentioned looks once. This is what's interesting about women.
They don't care about that shit.
They really
But
don't
now
care.
they're saying the looks are he's a 9, but that's based on looks.
They don't care about that.
I don't. Yeah, all right. I guess you're right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they still are. Everything. You know, guys will be like, put on some weight. She's.
Yeah, true.
You want one more? Let's go through a few more, and then we can cut these if we need to.
See, women. This is a great thing about your generation is women never. Everything was a secret back in the day. Like I used to read those Playboy things where they're like, I like a guy who doesn't smoke and works out. I was like, oh, this is fucking good information. But it was all a secret. Women kept everything close to the vest back in the day.
You didn't know that they liked guys who worked out and didn't smoke?
Well, I'm just saying, I needed anything I could get.
Apparently, like guys that smell good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some girls like,
Hey
I like
guys,
a guy with a
you
dad
gotta check
bod.
out this Playboy magazine. It's got some great information in it.
I read everything because
You would buy Playboy for the info.
I bought Cosmo for the info. 'Cause They would talk
Really?
about guys they like, what they like in a guy. I used to watch porn called CFNM.
Did you have friends, bro?
Clothed female, naked male.
Wait, what is clothed female naked male?
That's where a guy walks out naked and all the women have clothes on and they would just be like, all right, his dick's not bad, his balls are a little saggy.
Oh,
I
that's-
like the abs
That's
though.
porn?
It's hot because you learn and they're like
Masochistic.
It's the comedy of
objectifying.
porn, really, right? Like you walk in front of a
Yeah.
bunch of people, you're like, "Do you like me?"
But you learn. Women know
Yeah.
everything about us. We don't know shit about them.
It's not that hard, bro.
All right. You'd be surprised.
No.
The shit women will tell you where you're like, damn.
None of that shit matters, dude. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The genius.
Ideal mate right here, bro.
No, I'm being honest. Like the fucking
We know you are.
amazing ability that women have to like fall in love with whoever you are. Like
That's
women,
incredible. We're so
and we don't
lucky.
have that.
No.
They have that. So that's why I don't believe when they're like, oh, I need a guy to be this height, and I need a guy to be into this music, and you don't need any of that.
Doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't even.
Wait, what do you think's attracting them in the first place?
Exactly.
What's attracting them in the first place?
If you asked your wife originally, if you were like, do you want a guy that doesn't shower that often, right, and smells like himself,
like
multiple days out of the week. Before she was ever married, she wouldn't be like, that's my ideal guy.
I wouldn't lead with that though.
Now she's like, I kind of like the way he smells. And I kind of like looking after him, and I kind of like telling him to go take a shower. The genius of women is that once they fall in love, the things about you, they also fall in love with. We're not fucking built that way. Unfortunately, I wish we were built that way. I wish.
You got a point. I mean, look at Chris Brown. Rihanna went back. Yeah. She's like, I like the way he hits me. I like the way he gives me a flat. But she went back.
No, she didn't.
I'll give that a go. Tina Turner went back.
No, they went jet skiing. Remember? They went to Diddy's house and they were jet skiing afterwards.
You know Jet, the magazine?
But he did grow up in the world. No, but I do think that is the thing that I'm most envious about with women is that when they really fall in love with somebody, they're able to fall in love with all these things about them that they might not exactly like. And they start to talk about it. They say like, yeah, he's fat, but I like a guy who's cuddly. He's like a teddy bear.
Yes,
whatever,
exactly.
Like we don't do that. We have a thing that we like and it fucking sucks. And we have to find the person that we actually emotionally connect with.
You're not wrong.
It's true. We have to find the thing we emotionally connect with.
It's true.
That also is built the way that we like. Like, think about it. Like, you found your wife who's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
And looks the way that you want a human being to be
I don't know what
looked.
they're laughing at.
You don't think women are equally as shallow?
Al, when I
you
said
had enough. You had enough.
there was a woman that was married to Stephen Hawking, and then another woman married him.
There was a guy married to Helen Keller.
Shallow what?
A guy married Helen Keller.
Say what?
Really?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I made that up, but I'm assuming. Perfect argument.
And you don't know if she was bad with the stupid, dumb, fat tits.
Maybe she had a crazy dumper. How do you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that there might have been a guy. You don't think there's a guy out there that could deal with her just all fucking day if she was beautiful?
Honey Boo Boo's mom got fucking married. Like, guys do the same shit.
No.
What are you talking about?
You're shallow. Come on.
Women are shallow too. You just had enough of the things
They
that
are.
check good.
They're
and
shallow.
then make it
Out of the
annoying.
gate, they're shallow.
They're shallow about different things.
Out the gate, we're shallow.
No, they're shallow
True.
we're shallow about looks, they're shallow about security. And I don't mean this in like women need money.
Shallow about looks too.
No.
I hear the way women talk about dudes. They are shallow as
Let me
fuck
clarify
about
what I'm saying. Once you're over 6 feet, it doesn't matter. Let me clarify. I didn't clarify that
That's
before.
true.
Once you're over 6 feet, none of that other shit matters, bro. It's for the birds. Under 6 feet, like good luck, you little kids. You know what I'm saying? Little children.
It's an uphill
Little
battle.
children, you know what I'm saying? But you found one, you know what I'm saying? But
Beautiful eyes.
no, but I do feel like they have much more malleability with what they're shallow about. Whereas us, we don't. And it sucks. And it is what it is.
And we're not bad people. It's just how we're wired.
That's how, and then you get, and I think that's why when we find someone that has all those things and we get along with, like emotionally connect with, we're like, literally we're like, this is the most amazing person ever. It's like they're built the way that I just happen to want women to be built, which sucks. I didn't choose this. It sucks that I feel this way.
Yep.
I have no control over it. And they're awesome.
Right.
Marry me, take half of all my shit. Right? They don't have to say that part ever.
Yeah.
But we will, because it's so rare. We're like, this is so rare that I found a person that looks the way I want and then it just happens to, I get along with and is the most amazing person.
Yes.
I think that they can work around.
Yeah.
Security.
Once they're in, once they are in love with you, it's like.
Yeah.
Were you this way when you were 18 though?
What do you mean?
Like if you got married hypothetically when you were 18 or 19?
I wasn't ready to get married
That's
back
a great
then, my
point
boy.
because you're a different guy then.
That's what I'm saying. So
Like, did I feel this? Did I think women felt this way?
No, like, did you have the exact checkbox that you needed when you were 18? Like, let's say
Yeah.
you got an arranged marriage when you were 18.
Yeah.
Could you have, were you more malleable and could you have worked around it?
No. Like
still know
physically,
you
I had
want
the
what you
same.
want.
I had the same. I was into the same things.
You weren't.
Yes, I was.
You were dating different types of women then.
Well, you date who says yes. At 18, you
Like,
just
that's
kinda
what
go
I'm
with
saying.
what
So
you get.
stop it with the bullshit.
I mean, like, yeah, we don't get our choice.
But that's why marriage is scary, because who knows when you're 58 if you're into something else.
But that's how my wife knows I love her, because I have a choice now. Do you know what I'm saying?
You have a choice. You have no choice. You're married.
No, like I have a choice to get married. Like if I was 18, I wasn't fucking successful. I had nothing, and I was like, let's get married. It's like I might think this is the best I could get.
Oh, I see. I see.
I have a choice.
I see.
I'm successful. I have opportunity, but I'm going. You're the best.
Right.
You are the best. I don't think that there's anything better out there than you, and I want to be with you forever. It's the biggest compliment.
It is.
You
That's
got
why-
married straight out of high school. You don't know nothing. You ain't even got no pussy yet.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? It was after college. Bro. It was after college.
You know, 31, 22, same thing.
But you know what I'm saying? It's, you know.
I get that point.
I think eventually, because we're very open-minded now sexually, you know, it's very fluid, everything's different now, but I think eventually...
Shout out to Mexico.
Yeah, I think open-mindedness and, what do you call it? Open marriages will be more normal. I think that's going to become a thing. Somebody's going to make a hard stance on that. Like, hey, this should be a thing now.
You sound like,
Like
me
you're
saying
making a
Netflix
soft
is
stance
dead.
right now.
I'm saying that's gonna open up.
Have you brought it up yet? Or?
No, but I'll wait till the public does it. The shifties of the world are gonna open that door.
Hey,
for
babe,
the
look at
older
Cosmo
people.
today. It's crazy what they're talking about.
Baby, we shouldn't be such bigots. You know what I mean? With this
Exactly.
traditional marriages.
I think a lot of stuff's gonna open up. I think.
I would never do that shit though, bro.
What?
I don't want my wife fucking nobody, dude.
I
You
want
would
a
let your
semi-open relationship.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like
You
it's
open.
open with you?
It's closed on her end.
Sure.
But would you let your wife have sex with other guys?
Of course, it's tough, but you know,
The perks.
the perks, and it might just become the norm.
But you can also make it not the norm.
True. But I think things open up. The world changes. I mean, 10 years ago, you would have never said, hey, that guy with a dick is a woman.
I say that shit before I let someone fuck my wife, bro. Are you crazy? Like,
All right.
come on, dude.
I'm just telling you, you never know. You never know.
I know.
I'm trying to put All right.
Yo, Will Smith tried that shit. It didn't work.
No, it doesn't. It really
Everybody was
works.
fucking his wife, and it drove him crazy. He slapped Chris Rock because of it. I don't think that we're built to have people fuck our wives, man. I
Probably
don't
not.
think it's in our DNA. I think you might want to, you know, see what's out there.
Well, I'm just saying I think the world will open up. I think things will change. I'm not saying I'm trying to do it. I'm just saying I think it could happen.
I can see
think
it.
incest will open up as well.
That I don't see.
Talk to me.
I'm just saying. You guys are very closed-minded. The future is vast and different, and it could happen.
Do you got a cousin you always want to take down?
An uncle. But,
But incest was already popping back in the day.
it was popping. I think it'll be accepted eventually. I'm not saying tomorrow, but, 10, 20 years.
How close?
I give it 15 years.
No, meaning like how close related?
Oh, I think it'll be wide open.
Meaning like-
sister. Look at the #1 porn in America is sister.
No.
Stepsister. But
different.
we're
Very
already
different.
creeping. We're creeping.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that's a Jonathan Haidt thing. He's like, if your sister, birth control, no kids could come out of it, no marriage, whatever, is it unethical?
Yes.
Whoa, did he say that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. It was like a thought problem.
He's
With,
good. I like that guy.
Yeah, he's interesting.
I like the way this guy
That's some cool stuff. This guy's,
I'm from Louisiana.
yeah.
I don't know about all that.
I'm
man.
not saying I'm for it or whatever, or I want it to happen or it's a good idea. I'm just saying things will open up.
But don't you think we have like a biological disposition to not fuck our brothers and sisters?
Tell that to the Hebes. But no, I'm just saying.
Cousins.
Oh, that's cousins.
Cousins.
Okay.
Cousins might be different. I don't know how it is.
It'll probably start with cousins and then.
But you
who
think it
knows?
will get closer?
I think so. I'm not pushing for it. I'm just saying
You could see it happen.
I can see it happen.
Okay, fine. Ready?
Pedophilia is already making a push with MAPS. Have you seen MAPS?
Yeah.
What's that?
Minor attracted person. They already have a name now.
No, get out of here.
What?
Pull it up, Shifty.
You two plugged into these
Or
things,
you
bro.
there, Gaggy.
What?
Minor
That's a
attracted
thing.
person. Then somebody tried to make it a thing, but I think it was pretty roundly like, no.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Well, I think the idea is that you destigmatize it. That way, if you are a pedophile, you can come out about it, blah, 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 and say,
Maybe that's
hey,
the
someone
move.
help me.
We should do that. We should use that as like a
them?
trick, and then we just shoot them.
Yeah, that's a
We
great idea.
normalize it. We're like, yeah, you're just a minor attracted person, and then we just
What if they haven't done
line 'em
anything
up.
wrong yet, though?
Say again?
What if they haven't done anything?
Just the risk of it.
Just to be safe.
It's just we don't give the pedophiles not the pedophiles. We don't give the little crazy people the guns.
That's true.
Right? They got a gun.
Right.
Some states they do.
Professor who said pedophiles should be called minor attracted person agrees to resign. Oh, shit. Well, all right. Well, that's good news. These people are getting pushed out a little bit. Old Dominion. That's funny.
But then there was a whole Twitter argument about the same thing. They were like, oh, we could curb all the pedophiles if we just come up with like AI-generated porn for them.
Oh, interesting.
That way, like, I mean, it's bullshit because no one's ever watched porn and been like, oh, yeah, I'm good. I'll stop right there.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It just like
Well,
feeds the... It
They
feeds the
say
need.
kids are not having sex as much because they watch so much porn. So maybe seeing all the sex makes them want to have it less.
You think it's porn that's making them not have sex? I don't think it's porn.
What do you think it is?
Being losers.
That too.
I think it's the social disconnection. Like if most of your life is virtual, like you're not necessarily around people in the same way.
That's a good point.
If you're doing like
But then to
Fortnite-
that end, porn is essentially virtual sex. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So it does kind of work.
But
let
no
me
one's like,
digest
oh, I watch porn, I'm never gonna have sex again.
You're saying most of your life is virtual, meaning most of your life is spent like scrolling on Instagram.
Or like, oh, I'm gonna have a LAN party instead of like going out and having an actual party. And so like there's just disconnect and like
Metaverse.
Yeah, exactly. And so like those like interactions where, oh yeah, like we're drinking, there's a girl here.
Just now?
Metaverse.
No, a LAN party?
Yeah, LAN.
What's that?
That's a landline.
I don't know what that is.
He just was like,
That sounded like some.
I don't think he understood
That
at all.
sounded like some internet shit, bro. We got a landline, bro. I got a landline. You got Wi-Fi. You got a landline. Yeah, exactly.
That's where they play computer games and shit.
Oh, okay. Is that LARPing? What is LARPing?
No, that's when you do it in real life.
Live action role play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
But yeah, like if you're doing
You knew what that was, Al?
Yeah.
How'd you know?
LARPing?
No, LAN.
I don't know, but I just knew.
I knew it too, and I knew it in the way you knew it. I knew it was the internet hangout, bro.
What is this?
I knew it was the internet hangout, bro.
Really?
I knew that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sort of an internet hangout.
Miles, did anybody ask you what the fuck it was?
Yeah, it's not really like only internet. It's like you bring all your consoles to someone's house and then you like kick it.
Wait, what?
Man, nerd
Yeah.
alert.
You hang out with your consoles at someone's house?
And then you all play together, but all on different screens, all in someone's room.
Well, at least they're together.
Okay, Norman, tell them where they can find you. Tell them where they
Wait.
can see you.
Did you always speak like that?
Yeah, it's a problem.
Like your voice is very unique.
It's a problem, and I'm from Louisiana, where everybody has an accent. I just didn't have it.
So you didn't come up with like a comedy voice? You know how some
No,
people
I wish. This is a detriment.
I relate to you a little because I get that too. People are like, oh, you talk like you're black or whatever like that. So like people think I'm faking a voice.
Yeah, but you grew up in New York.
But I grew up, but people who aren't from here don't get it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
but he doesn't sound like people.
I know he doesn't sound.
That's what I'm
so
saying.
I
Where
guess
does it come
I
from?
understand like the confusion of people that see you and then they go, oh, this person is doing something that I haven't seen before.
Right. Yeah, no, but I got fucked with on West 3rd last week. Some guy was like trying to like a homeless guy.
Yeah.
And I was like going back and forth with him. And my friend walked up and the guy started pushing me and I started pushing him. And my friend walked up and he was like, oh, I thought you were doing a bit. Like I thought that was a joke with the guy. And I was like, no, I think I was trying to fight me.
Fighting for my life.
But he's like, with your voice, you sound like you're doing a bit. I was like, no. I was like, fuck you, bitch. I'll kill you. You know, but it doesn't sound like that.
Doesn't even sound serious.
What did a homeless guy do to you that you got in a fight with him?
He called me a bitch, and I
You
called,
slept with my girlfriend.
Yeah. He was saying incest wouldn't be a thing. I said, no, it will. No, but he just called me a bitch, and you know, like he was calling everybody a bitch, and I just snapped. I was like,
Wait,
fuck
did he
you.
live?
Dude, the village is getting crazy. but yeah.
He had the same story.
Oh,
Nah,
really?
I snapped on my neighbor, bro, because he was violating me.
Called him a bitch.
Called me
Really?
a bitch, but I had my headphones on because I didn't know he was calling me a bitch. And then I asked him about it. He asked me what time it was. And then the second I put my fucking headphones on, he called me a bitch again.
Told you what time it was.
Yeah, he really did. He told me what time it was. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
so I charged at him with my golden doodle. I didn't, when the whole thing was happening, I didn't realize what a bitch I look like holding a golden doodle. And now, like, I almost, like, understand him way more.
You agree in a way.
When he was calling me, I was like, yo, this is a psychopath, like, living among us.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I was like, there's no way he could possibly.
among us.
Yeah, like, I was like, these are the people who shoot up places.
But
Like,
you got home
I
and
thought it
you're
was
like,
that
I'm wearing
crazy.
a blazer with a dog.
Bro, I had a blazer and a golden doodle on a leash, leaning up on a curb, like talking on my headphones at night with the pant. You could see half of my calf. It was like he described me appropriately. Like it wasn't that
It was
crazy,
a compliment
right?
in a way. Yeah, you're like, I am a bad
I would say
bitch.
it's a compliment.
You're a bad bitch.
No, if he called me a bad bitch,
That'd be
if he
different.
called me a bad bitch,
Mark calling you a bad bitch is
yo,
hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie.
What's
If
wrong
he
being a bad
said,
bitch?
if he was like, if I was like, what'd you say? He was like, no, I'm saying you're a bad bitch. I'd be like, all right. I'd say, all right. I wouldn't be offended, but I'd be like, all right.
Because talking to the dog.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
a bitch.
Yep.
She is a bitch. She is a female,
Female
dog, technically.
Even though you describe her as a male every day.
Yeah, it's a male, bro.
Nah.
We don't know what that dog is, dude.
We know.
Dogs have fluidity.
When Dove's around, my dog gets it popping with Dove.
Yeah, it's fucking
Pumps Dove.
Orange is the new black. Bro.
That's how much women love Dove, yo.
Yeah.
Even female dogs trying to fuck this guy.
Yeah. Anyway, Norman, tell them where they can find you. Tell them everything.
Check out my YouTube special, Out to Lunch. I got Tuesday Stories, We Might Be Drunk, and marknormancomedy.com for dates. I'm all over the road. I'm gone every weekend.
Where you coming? Well, this is going to come out Thursday, so where are you going to be out this weekend
This
or the
weekend,
next weekend?
I'm at Magoobies in
Ooh,
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Fun club.
Then Irvine
Timonium.
Improv. Yes, and then all kinds of Chicago at the Vic, Pantages Theater in Minneapolis. You name it. It's all on the website. Get tickets. Praise Allah.
Comedy.
Yes.
This has been Flagrant. It's been a pleasure to have
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
There we go.
Comedy. Thank you for having me. It was an honor.
Have a great night, guys. Peace.